In Monday Night Football, the Lions ran over the Ravens, sacking Lamar Jackson 7 times in a 38-30 win. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has a high ankle sprain suffered in the loss to the Bears. He's expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks. In other injury news, offensive guard Tyler Booker also suffered a high ankle sprain. The loss will have him out potentially the same amount of time. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
SportsCenter brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Whoop, whoop. How we doing? Happy Tuesday. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ. And over here to my left, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Rob Thompson. Whoop, whoop.
Stand at attention, sons. Woo! I'll tell you when to go that ease.
That's right.
Be here all week.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
It was another late night, but worth it.
Yeah, was
It was fun. It was fun till about 4 minutes. Hey, man, I hit the over. Once they hit that field goal, I could go to bed.
I lost money on that one. I went Ravens first half, Ravens full game. Sometimes it'd be like that. It was a.
I just like the over. Both defenses lived up to what I expected. I'll tell you what, Detroit. That's a hell of a win. That's one of those that
is a big win on the road. Sheesh.
You circle and you remind your team of when things get rough. Like we have been through the gauntlet. We've been down there and did it and made the plays when it was necessary. And that defensive stand late causing the fumble, punching the ball out from Derrick Henry. Obviously, there's tape floating around the NFL. Obviously, there's some tape about him going a little loose when it matters.
Obviously, there's some tape that says you can run the football on the Baltimore Ravens.
Absolutely.
Over and over and over. I mean, demoralized. Like, this Ravens team that has been forever known as
it's strange to watch.
The epitome of the tough guy team, and they're just getting trucked. 224 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns for the Lions.
It's funny. I feel like the defense is fixable, though. I don't feel like
they're missing a lot of guys.
Yeah, I feel like they're just a couple of this and that and some bodies. But last night, you said it perfectly, demoralizing. I mean, Detroit came in there and hung steady in the first half. It could have gone either way. It really could have. I felt like Baltimore probably had a little bit of the upper hand going into halftime. But the second half was a different game. They kind of opened up the playbook, got a little fancy, a little tricky. And then just proceeded to just punch him in the face.
And 7 sacks on Lamar Jackson.
Well, the sad thing is 2 or 3 of them, Lamar had no help. He was done for. Any quarterback would have been sacked. Lamar's getting into that waiting too long kind of old Lamar Jackson. He's going to have to be a little bit more active, those MVP active years where the ball was gone.
And 4th and goal from, I think, the 3. Or excuse me, 1st and goal from the 3. 3 Derrick Henry runs, stuffed, and then Lamar fumbles trying to make something happen on 4th down. I mean, just a goal line stand that quite frankly, in the history of the Lions, I don't think I've ever seen one like that.
It's true. It's hard to imagine that they're as tough as they are. The shirt everybody wears, leave no doubt. They left no doubt.
Well, listen, man, these are arguably the 2 best offenses in football.
I was going to throw this out at you later, but I want to see what your response is early. Maybe we go someplace with it. Is Goff headed toward outward Hall of Fame stuff?
No.
If he gets to another Super Bowl,
he has to win one.
I didn't say he's in, but on the outward side of things, is he headed toward a Super Bowl possibility of being? Not a first ballot by any stretch, but he's getting up in yards, man. You look at the total yards that this guy's done. Look at the success he's had now with 2 teams. I think he is a Super Bowl away, but he goes in there and wins himself a Super Bowl. or even if he gets in the Super Bowl, he starts getting thought of. I still don't think he's in, but you win a Super Bowl, I think he's a guy that could
if
put
he
on
wins
a gold
Super
jacket.
Bowl, we can have a discussion about it. It's just,
I mean, he's literally won everywhere. Everywhere, 2 places.
yeah.
I think it's a worthy story to follow.
Well, listen.
I mean, Phillip Rivers isn't in. There's 50 other quarterbacks that were Jared Goff, and the
That's what I'm
separator
thinking.
being a Super Bowl.
I mean, Jared Goff is right now Matt Hasselbeck. Like, he had a long career, solid.
Well, maybe, but
he's never won anything.
But Goff, he had that 1 year and last year.
But
I'm thinking about his Rams career.
Matt Hasselbeck had, if I'm not mistaken, had I think he had an MVP season, right?
No.
I think he was the co-MVP the year that Steve McNair was. I think they were co-MVPs.
God, I blanked that out.
So, I mean, I'm not saying it is like a big knock by calling him Matt Hasselbeck.
No, I'm not, and I didn't take it as such. But I do think, judging by his performance last night and over the last
No, I was wrong about that. He's
couple
not,
years.
I don't see an MVP.
Yeah, I don't. But I
made that
do
up.
think it's something worthy of late career if he manages to get there. And the Detroit team is certainly worthy of the NFC side of things, at least what I saw last night. Now, there's a long way to go, but
Yeah.
this is they certainly have the talent to do such things.
The NFC feels so wide open that
He played a hell of a football game last night, and when he's dialed in, he's one of the more accurate ballers. I don't think he's got the cannon arm and the accuracy, but I do think he throws a very easily catchable ball.
Do you think Alex Smith is a Hall of Famer?
No. And if at the end of the day, if the end of the season where he's still in that conversation, then no, he's not.
Because that's pretty much like, at least from a win-loss standpoint, that's what.
I mean, that one. I mean, it took a lot to oust him. I mean, it did take a Pat Mahomes to get rid of him.
I mean, and Alex Smith is so there's 20 guys in NFL history who have 100 wins as a quarterback. Alex Smith has 99. He's the last guy on the outside. Yeah, he's so 21st all time in NFL wins.
That's rather apropos, though. I think that kind of sums up how things went in his career. Just, you were really pretty good.
Yeah.
Really pretty good. And if that guy Mahomes wouldn't have showed up, you might have 100 NFL wins.
Yep. So
it took Pat Mahomes to stop it.
That's what it did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the list of all-time win.
Well, if he's part of that conversation, then no, he's not in. But it just struck me last night watching
Jared Goff
him
right
play.
now has 82 career wins in the NFL.
Oh, he's going to have to play another couple of years. But if he puts a Super Bowl on that roster, when he's finally done, after what he did with the Rams, and he gets to Detroit and does all that kind of stuff, I think he will be worthy of consideration. The only problem being, if he doesn't get in quick, he becomes Alex Smith. Then he has to be a veteran amongst 100 other dudes, and then he's not going to get in.
If he puts a Super Bowl on it, he becomes Joe Flacco,
and then
he takes a step from Alex Smith to Joe Flacco.
I will give you that comparison. I agree with that. If he gets the Super Bowl, the way I look at Flacco will be exactly how I look.
Yeah,
at him. Just a winner, nothing extraordinary, but does a lot of things really, really well. But
right now, that's the only thing that makes Joe Flacco a reasonable discussion for a Hall of Famer is the fact that he went and won a Super Bowl, and he won it having one of the greatest postseasons of all time.
And I think his post Super Bowl career. It's nothing glorious, but you just consider Cleveland.
Yeah,
how, man? I mean, he's doing something.
Yeah.
I mean, how the hell Cleveland win? So. I appreciate the comparison if he gets there. Different skill sets, obviously, but the outcome would be very much the same.
I just don't think he ever gets there. I
don't think Jared Flacco's in?
No, I don't think Jared Goff ever wins a Super Bowl.
No, if he doesn't, then that's a whole other conversation.
I just think he's the epitome of he's okay.
Well, I said that about Flacco. He's okay, but he's got the ring. So there you have it. I think Flacco's going to get in the Hall of Fame.
I do too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't think Jared Goff has a run like that in him where.
Well, you never know. I know he's on one of the top 5 teams of the NFL. So right now we'll see how far it takes him. But that was certainly one of the more impressive wins of the early season. Right up there with Buffalo that first weekend, strangely against the same team.
Although that team, this is if you had told me that week 4 when the Ravens go to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, the loser of that game will be 1-3.
Wow.
That's where we're at, though.
Yeah.
One of those two teams is going to be 1-3 to start the season.
That's going to be a knife fight.
And the other one's going to be happy to be 500 at that point.
And still with their own issues. That's going to be a knife fight game.
Yeah. The result last night
Although it did cost me money because, like I said, I bet Ravens first half. I was all over Baltimore yesterday. Man. But it did do wonders for the Buffalo Bills as far as making sure that if they ever do play one of those teams, it's in their building. Mm-hmm. And now I consider the Bengals basically eliminated. But with Kansas City sitting at 1-2, Baltimore sitting at 1-2, I mean, I don't believe Indianapolis is for real. So it's like the Bills and the Chargers are the teams.
And as much as Baltimore's had issues, I mean, they're a couple of Derrick Henry fumbles away from really being. So I'm not counting them out by any stretch.
No, I just mean it's going to be hard for them to. It's hard. It's hard for them to be the 1 seed.
No, I absolutely concur. But and that's one more reason why Buffalo needs that home field, because Baltimore isn't that bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Even though that record's going to show that, they're just a couple of bad plays away.
And I mean, I've already bet Baltimore next week. I think that, like, watching Baltimore and watching Kansas City, here's the difference between those two teams. Baltimore can put up a bunch of points, and we saw it last night in a shoot. They lost a shootout, but they were in a shootout with Buffalo. Lost a shootout, but they were in a shootout.
Yeah, that's them. And it's a strange kind of
if they score 30, 35 points. I can't picture Kansas City keeping up with that.
There's a lot of reasons why Baltimore should take care of this game. One, like I said, they're only 2 fumbles away from being one of the, considering are they Super Bowl bound or bust? And now we're, just because of a couple of strange plays. And they have
Instead,
been throttled.
They're tied with the Cleveland Browns.
And exactly. So you look at where this is, they're a better team than Kansas City.
I think so, too.
Baltimore's still one of the top 3 talented teams in the league. They still got players at every position. It's just strange seeing them get run on. That's just a very odd way to watch Baltimore lose a football game.
Yep, just out physicaled yesterday.
It doesn't fit.
It was. I mean, I saw Dan Campbell biting kneecaps. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I've never seen someone actually bite a kneecap in real life.
We talk about that and Sirianni, both of those jokes of opening press conferences, and look at the success both those guys have had.
Well, and even Brian Kelly, when he showed up, is talking in a Cajun accent at LSU. Look at him now.
Eventually, his comeuppance will arrive.
Well, we're glad to be down here in Louisiana. It's a good time down here.
Y'all?
Brian,
say y'all correctly?
Brian, where are you from, sir? I'm from the
Thibodeau.
Bayou. I'm from these parts.
Let's say Bon Temps Rolex.
Or aren't you from?
No, that's roll.
Aren't you from Massachusetts? I don't know who told you about that. Been no Massachusetts, no Yankee.
Oh, Brian Kelly. Oh, always.
His comeuppance is due.
Yeah, I imagine so.
It's coming.
All right, we got plenty more to get into today. We're going to kind of run the gamut of sports talk today. We got some NBA to discuss. We got some Major League Baseball to discuss. We've got some college football and a little bit of everything.
Such as September.
I don't know if we'll have time to talk about Brock Lesnar and John Cena. I don't know if there's enough time.
I think that should be the Lindsey Buckingham or the Matt Damon.
We were going to talk WrestlePalooza,
we were going to get to wrestling, but ran out of time.
WrestlePalooza. Oh, what a match! Did you watch it, Vic?
Nah.
I didn't.
Dude,
either.
I just contend this is a monumental mistake for the network. That this is not going to end well.
But I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot of people who thought that when they took UFC on.
Well, that's real.
I agree. I
mean, at that point, I will at the most base.
Still real to me, damn it!
Real to me, damn it. But this, I don't know. But we would have talked wrestling, but we ran out of time.
Just ran out of time.
Darn it!
All right, we'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Starting to clear a lot of our overnight road work. 1604 eastbound Northwest Military Highway to Bitters. That is cleared. On southbound 35 Olympia Parkway to 1604. That is in the clearing stages. 35 southbound Thousand Oaks to Randolph Boulevard. Now that road work is still set up. Various lanes will be closed along the way, so it's going to cause delays back to Pat Booker Road. And we are getting reports of an accident at the intersection of Nacogdoches, Wurzbach Parkway, northeast side of town. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesome, TIX.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Kinetico water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Kinetico of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at KineticoSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Progressive knows RV owners like to travel at a nice, relaxing pace. Just like this commercial. They're not rushing to a departure gate at the airport because they depart from their driveway. And they can relax even more knowing they're protected by Progressive. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagle. You know, summer is behind us, so now is the time to get your roof inspected and be ready for whatever winter has in store for us. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're a local, family-owned company. You know, the folks at Stevens Roofing deal with the same weather we do. Your roof protects your home. It protects your family. For comfort, confidence, and peace of mind, get your roof buttoned up for winter. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or go to stevensroofing.net.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hope everybody's doing good on the Brigade Bar. My computer's broken. So the computer I usually keep up the YouTube on.
I can look at it today.
So
I don't dive into the.
Yeah, been nice knowing you guys. Yeah, we switched because we have a new company here. I don't know if everyone's aware of that. We aren't Alpha Media anymore.
And the fact that you can't log in, I don't know if that's a bad sign or not.
It probably
I'm
is.
not sure how
I
to
think
take
they're
that,
waiting to tell me till the show ends.
Did your key to the door work right? Nobody let you in?
You know, that's right.
Or somebody let you in?
Someone let me in today. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It was Edwin.
Well, his key worked.
And he said, I'm going to need you to stop by my office after the show.
Not good.
A lot of people, again, clowning your clothing, Rob. I don't understand why. And then someone says AJ as well, shopping at Cavender's. This is my This is my shirt for my son's football game. I have a purple and gold shirt now that I wear on days that he's got football games.
Okay. He's not a TCU fan or a Viking fan or a Baltimore fan,
right.
for all I know.
This and the whole Cavender's thing, like you think I look country, and the reason why you think I look country, it's my mustache.
That's
I have
right.
my standalone mustache now.
Your wife hates it.
My wife hates it, and she's like, "You look like a different person." And I'm like,
"Well, that's the purpose of it. Yeah, gives you a new look."
Well, maybe it's time for us to have relations then. And you can finally cheat on me and do what you want. But yeah, this will be my normal Tuesday attire. It appears, as long as I can keep it, clean. Alexandra says it's the Bills' year. AJ, believe. No, I don't like to do things like that. I feel that's just like you, Alexandra, are a battered Aggie. I'm a battered Bills fan. I've learned to temper my expectations, and if I let my hopes get too high, it just hurts. So when it ever happens, I'll be very shocked and surprised, and that'll be good. I'll take that.
I get it.
Well, I mean, you've lived the life. If the Aggies ever win one, you'll be thrilled. Did you see?
I have won one. We have won one. I just don't actually believe that it did, but I've been told. Been told somewhere
someone
in the lore
emblazoned it on a football,
like prairie.
Yeah, I've heard that it happened. Did you see all the pushback yesterday on the rivalry stuff?
Well, it was coming. The thing about the SEC, it's a bunch of old ladies.
Nobody likes the new guys.
Yeah, it's a bunch of old ladies and the new people on the block. You'll never be part of this little town until you got grandkids that were born here. And A&M's been there, and we're more SEC than Texas.
Well,
I mean, we just are. We're country.
No one's arguing with Texas.
But they're arguing with us. I get it. I mean, that's what we knew what we were stepping in. We're a decade into this.
Yeah, LSU fan on Twitter.com yesterday. Just so everyone's fully aware, Texas A&M is not LSU's rival in literally anything.
I would agree. I mean, you can't manufacture this stuff.
Well, the SEC's got to try.
I mean, it takes decades. You can't just create it. They tried it with South Carolina. That didn't work. I mean, LSU's got a proximity thing, and we have played each other fairly regularly. Even when I was at A&M in the early '90s, we played LSU fairly regularly. So there's the border stuff, but no, it's not anything more than, man, I don't really like anybody that went there. I don't really care for those types, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, it was weird because I think Texas was the only school that got everything they wanted.
Well, it makes sense.
Like in the whole SEC, it's like
I'm not upset with what we got. I mean, if it was Arkansas over LSU, I'd feel the same way. I mean, there's a little bit of history there, a little bit more with Arkansas, the old Southwest Conference days, but it wasn't like I don't feel a particular, man, I wish we were playing them more regularly.
I guess because you're not in the old lady club. Like
I think you're exactly right. Because we don't have those 100-year-old rivalries that, the newcomers coming around. And on the other side of this, it's really easy to hate Texas. So that's an easy rivalry to take. Anybody would be happy to have Texas on their threesome because it's a good rivalry to have. You're going to be highly publicized.
Yeah.
Both sides. It's a good thing to have. A&M's kind of a more cultish, for lack of a better term, kind of following. So you see A&M coming, and LSU's like, dude, we could have had somebody else. We could have had Bama instead of this. So, no, I get what they're saying. I mean, the good news is it all comes out in the wash. So both buildings will be sold out. We'll have special uniforms for these games and carry on because it's still an SEC. We hate you no matter what color jersey you got on.
I'm interested to see how much change they make after the first 4 years because, I mean, it seems odd to invest 4 years into creating or manufacturing rivalries or pushing rivalries just to say after 4 years, all right, let's try again.
I agree, and I think that this seems like something that was negotiated to create this league. It's like, hey, if we don't like it, after we get started, we don't like it, we'll rotate things around. Just say yes. Just let's agree to the big picture thing, and then we'll figure out how we play each other later. This feels negotiated. But I also see how in a couple of years how teams get better, teams get worse, and TV would like the right to kind of pick the best teams to play each other over a period of time. So goodness knows what the league will look like in a couple of years because Vanderbilt seems to be ascending. Who knows? 3 or 4 years, they might be a powerhouse as far as we can tell. And the way you see Alabama going, something could happen with them. They could collapse. You never know. So if I'm a TV type, I'd like to remain flexible. We might want to alter this schedule just a little bit to make sure the best play the best.
I get it, but I would have said this is a 10-year deal. But it's something like just that way it gives it time to. It gives time for LSU to start thinking of A&M as a rival.
Keeping in mind, you're still playing everybody. This is just a couple games a year. You still got the rest of the SEC you're cycling through. I mean, you're still playing everybody. It's just a matter of every 4 years.
Yeah. Well, I just think the idea of having built-in rivals, you can't just say it and then like in a couple years later say, okay, they're not your rival anymore. This has clearly been like the growth of the SEC has been a shift in what the conference is. And if you're ever going to become one big conference, you're going to have to go through these pains where it's
how do you fix this is you add more conference games, then you don't have to do stuff like this.
Well, that's happening. I mean,
that's how the fix is. Yep. Is you're going to get because if you really want everybody to play everybody every year, then you're going to have no conference games when you got conferences or non-conference games. And, the league again or the TV doesn't want just that either. They want the cross-conference matchups along with the big conference games. And I think that's why this feels very negotiated. Like we really don't know what the outcome of this is going to be, whether it's going to work or not, but at least we can get it on paper and get to work with the other stuff that matters.
Yeah. And we'll see how long it takes to get to that next. And it's also, I think, you know how I talk about A&M and Texas and how it seems like every other year their stadiums are always under perpetual construction because they're all trying to one-up the next one. Mm-hmm. Like whoever builds a little bit higher, okay, we've got to build a little bit higher. I think the SEC and the Big Ten, the way they do things, are going to be that way for a while. Like they're going to see where this thing settles in.
Absolutely, yes.
So like, okay, well they tried this. Well, we're going to try to make it a little bit better. So I those two conferences, the way that they put things together, we're going to see some jockeying before everything settles on, okay, this is what's reasonable. One day A&M and Texas will say, okay, here's the number. Let's make this many seats. And then one of them will try to sneak a seat in somewhere or something. But
they're not even going to agree to disagree on this one. We're just going to keep building. Was it a couple years ago that the Big 12, their mantra was, we play everybody? or something like that.
Yeah.
That went by the wayside real quick. Like, no, we can't. That's not feasible.
Oh, well, you know who does that? The Pac-2.
Yeah, so no, we can't do that. We play everybody. No, we don't want to do that because we need some wins under our belt, some non-conference wins to pad the bank account.
Yeah. They don't play anybody. They don't play everybody anymore because they realize, there's other people giving us money is better than us splitting up all our money.
So I honestly, I think after a year or so, you kind of I don't think you miss the rivalry. It's like when people talk about when they've lost part of their leg, the ghost feel. You miss what it was, but you really don't miss it because you don't have to worry about the heartbreak if you lost. You know, so LSU and Alabama, it's going to hurt when that first year, like, oh man, no. But those that are a part of it ain't going to miss it as much as they think. Because it's just one less thing. We'll worry if we ever do fight them or ever do play them, it'll be for something that really matters other than just a conference win.
Basically, yeah. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Starting to clear a lot of our overnight road work. 1604 eastbound Northwest Military Highway to Bitters. That is cleared. On southbound 35 Olympia Parkway to 1604. That is in the clearing stages. 35 southbound Thousand Oaks to Randolph Boulevard. Now that road work is still set up. Various lanes will be closed along the way, so it's going to cause delays back to Pat Booker Road. And we are getting reports of an accident at the intersection of Nacogdoches, Wurzbach Parkway, northeast side of town. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
The Fall Golf Classic is and props to this year's The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
The right stuff. Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet, a demanding workout, or everyday aches and pains, you need relief that can keep up when pain persists. Aleve is here for you with longer-lasting body pain relief compared to leading OTC-branded pain relievers. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Progressive's Teen Driver Discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver Discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them. endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
Kohl's Cash is turning 20, and to celebrate, Kohl's is giving you the gifts. All month, you can enter our sweepstakes for a chance to win $200 Kohl's Cash. Plus, get epic deals on cozy favorites, home must-haves, and more right now. Yep, we were gonna throw a party, but this is better. Cue the confetti and the savings at Kohl's. Offer in September 28th. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Sweepstakes ends September 30th, 2025. No purchase necessary. 20 winners per day. Limit one prize per person for entire sweepstakes. See Kohls.com for official rules and details.
Centergenics and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a game. Winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Little bit of news out of the Star up there, Dallas-ish, Frisco. Cowboys are now down 3 starters on offense for multiple weeks.
Lots of high ankle sprains spreading around the building.
So Cooper Beebe, as we know, broken bone in his right foot. He's on the IR. While a decision has not yet been made on CeeDee Lamb, could be 3 to 4 weeks with a left high ankle sprain, and IR is a consideration. And then Tyler Booker, the Cowboys' first-round pick, looking at 4 to 6 weeks with a high ankle sprain. 4 to 6 is, so his sounds worse than CeeDee's.
I think he's going to get the designation.
And I think so. And it's got to be significantly worse because typically offensive lineman sprained ankle and wide receiver sprained ankle, lineman will be back first.
Yeah, you can put a cast. You don't have to move that much. So I think he's going to go on IR. I don't think CD is, because I was kind of surprised by the diagnosis because he was talking like, well, yeah, it's bad, but it ain't that bad. So I feel like he feels like it's not as bad as the diagnosis is saying. So I get the sense they're going to keep him ready and have him work. And I don't think it'll be a month, at least by his attitude.
Well, I want to know when he went out there and tested it, like when he came out for that play after they retaped him. Not did he make it worse, but did he realize, okay, this is actually an injury and not just like.
Oh, you could tell he raised his hand like, ow. You know, you get that shooting pain that goes right to the middle of your eyes, and you're like, oh no, I'm out. No, but post game he seemed. Yeah, it's bad, but it ain't that bad. But I was surprised by the diagnosis, quite frankly, by his attitude. But those high ankle sprains, as we'll have Doc on tomorrow, they're tricky, man. I used to have a trainer that said, I'd rather you break the bone than have the sprain. I'd rather the bone be broken than what you did with the ankle, with the tendons.
I mean, you could argue, when you see the replay of it, you could make an argument, could have been worse.
Dude, it looked awful.
It could have been way worse.
Your ankle. I roll my ankle inward all the time. After years of you just loosen up. But that outward turn, when you do that, that's
roll
bad.
It inward like
I can just kind of lay my ankles just from years of sprains. They're just loose. I can't. You go the other direction.
Other way.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, then it hurts. Starts hurting your knee. Yeah, it hurts everything.
That hurts.
Yeah. Well, yeah, none of it sounds fun, but yeah, a lengthy absence looks like it's in the works now for CD, at least a couple of games. I shouldn't say lengthy. I guess it all depends on your perspective. But
well, let me tell you,
it's
one
going to feel
play
lengthy.
is lengthy. It felt lengthy yesterday or Sunday. So, yeah, a couple of weeks. This portends to something else with this new coaching staff and all that. You're going to have to figure it out because it was so apparent that Dak was lost without his primary passing weapon.
Yeah.
He was just lost.
Well, he wasn't lost. He just could only find his compass only pointed to Jake Ferguson.
Yeah, that's lost. You know what I mean? Like, dude, Dak has always been
You're my
so
best friend,
picky
Jake Ferguson.
about his receivers, and
Yeah.
if you're not in favor, you don't get the ball, man. It doesn't even look like he's didn't Tolbert get one pass? Did he get one ball thrown his way? And you can tell he was last option.
Yeah. Well, this is coming off the loss that they just came off, and one of the things I'm interested to talk to Coach Shoddy about when we talk to him on Friday is this is the first week where he's really felt heat, like the heat of being the Cowboys coach, because
absolutely.
After week one, it was like, man, nobody expected him to compete.
Hey, yeah, we've been having fun. You had fun last night.
Looked better than. I mean, it was a loss. That's not great, but we played tough against the Eagles on the road. We had them on the ropes. I'm happy with how we played. The Giants, they played dreadfully, but at the end of the day, it's like a win is a win. In the NFL, a win is a win.
Well, my memory of that game is the absolute sheer confidence he had in his kicker. Like, he called the 64-yarder, like, hey, let's do this. So, yeah, even though it was tight, it was a win. But my memory of that was the sheer confidence of this young coach. So
and plus, when you win, the bitching is real quiet.
Yeah, so then you get your ass handed.
You get your ass beat by a team that you were thought to be at least at a minimum on the same level as, and it didn't look like you were on the same level as them. Now you're going to eat a lot of heat, and now you're going into another game against a team that is probably better than you. Yeah. You know, I shouldn't say probably. They are better than you, and the heat is on. And this is where you don't want to start letting this pile up, because if you pile up a couple of these and then you go take care of business against the Panthers in a couple weeks, no one cares about taking business against the Panthers because you're already out of things.
Your owner said, this is a playoff team.
Yeah.
That's what your owner said, walking out of the loss on the stadium. This is. Am I worried? No, this is a playoff team. Oh, is it, boss?
We shall see.
Yikes, thanks.
We shall see. More Cowboys talk later on in the show. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Hey, have you been to Twin Peaks yesterday, day before? I hope you have, because it doesn't matter what day you go to Twin Peaks, any of the 4 locations around town, there's always something happening, like brew days. That's tomorrow night. That's like every Wednesday throughout the month. Head into Twin Peaks. How's $3.99 all day for your 22-ounce favorite brews? That's just every Wednesday. You can go all week, all month long, and then as you carry on through the weeks, there's always a celebration. There's the Bourbon and Brews on Friday night. It's back as football season is here, as they honor the pursuit of brews and barrel-aged bourbons. That's every Friday. Head over there from 5 to 7 to experience the lingerie costume party paired with exceptional bourbons, tastings, giveaways, and all that. And I haven't even gotten to the weekend. If you got a jersey, wear it, especially if you got your Dallas Cowboy jersey. Wear it to Twin Peaks all month long. They're going to be giving away free jerseys. Head to any one of those and get all your details for the jersey giveaway. Also, if you're a Fireball fan, run through the month with the NFL season heating up. You can join in and ignite the watch party with Fireball shots for the whole team. The best part is only $3.99 all day long during football season. That's right, Twin Peaks. That's why we go. The eats are spectacular. The drinks are icy cold. But honestly, you know why I go? It's those scenic views.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Lots of college teams have school traditions like Gig 'em. To get the word out about Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC and Heating, I suggest we institute the following Quarter Moon Yell. Plum 'em!
Plumb 'em?
We've got a whole team of fully stocked trucks, and our customers are the best in Texas. I say Quarter Moon, you say Plumb 'em. Quarter Moon.
Folks, at Quarter Moon, we have a spirited tradition of solving every home problem imaginable, from plumbing to air conditioning to heating. Call Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating day or night, and we'll fix them.
License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
If you are 50 or older, it is recommended that you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're an adult 19 to 49 with certain underlying medical conditions like asthma, diabetes, chronic heart disease, or COPD, vaccination is also recommended. Talk to your doctor about vaccination today and learn more at lung.org/protect yourself. Furnished by the American Lung Association in collaboration with Pfizer.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Football is back, baby, and Underdog is the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. You can play it in Texas, too. Guys, it is fun, it is exciting, and it's a great way to get in on the action. Playing is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more, and you get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Is Dak going to go higher or lower on passing yards? Will CD score a touchdown or not? All that makes the game a lot more fun. Get in on the action at Underdog Fantasy. Download the app now. Sign up with promo code ALAMO to score $50 in bonus funds when you play the first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
Progressive knows there are two things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is how we do. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning.
How are you today, Bubba?
I'm doing good.
What have you been eating in there?
My fruit strawberries.
Did you already go to the bathroom today? You already
Yeah,
got potty?
I already went.
So I walked in. I walked into the
Terrible.
to the I guess that would be the western bathroom.
Okay.
Bathroom on the west side. And I walked in, and as I opened the door, James goes, "I got here first." And I was like, "Ah." He goes, "Oh, I thought you were Vic." And he said, then he said out loud, "I thought you were Vic."
Oh.
Do you guys race to the bathroom, and then if
we compete to who goes first.
Like, I got here first.
Yeah. I'd take my wipes with me.
I noticed he had it. I saw Vans underneath the.
So he's using that one over there now?
No, he was on this one, and I was just going in to
I never use that one over there.
I don't. I try not to. I was just going to use the urinal.
Mm-hmm.
But as I just opened the door, I could just see his Vans. I got here first.
Hey, speaking of,
I started laughing. Like, oh no! I thought I was talking to Vic.
Did you turn off the light?
I should have. I don't know. Man, you know what? I was so stunned.
And then he'll waddle over to the.
If I had my wits about me, I would have done that next time.
Did Trey Ware play football at Baylor?
I know he played football at Roosevelt.
Was he a kicker?
No, not to my knowledge. No.
Okay. I was listening. I was on the road when the Baylor Arizona State game was on this weekend, and the Baylor broadcast that's the broadcast that I was on Sirius, and they said, "Oh, up in the booth today, we've got Trey Ware with us, former kicker Trey Ware," and I was like, "What? Is that real?" No, okay, so it's not him.
No, Trey's a radio lifer. He's been doing. I mean, he played football in high school, but he didn't.
Okay, he didn't play college football.
He went right into radio, dude.
Oh, okay.
His dad was a legend, and he stepped right in.
Okay, yeah, I heard his name.
Steve Pearl of radio.
Look at that. He looks younger than me, by the way.
Trey?
Yeah.
Oh, lives. Yeah.
He lives clean, I think.
It's the Harley.
Well, I had one too, and it didn't work for me.
What he does is he gets to do get out of work on a Friday afternoon, Friday morning, like us. Get on the road. Ride when nobody's out there.
Yeah, he'll ride to Green, Texas.
Yeah, he gets those lonely rides.
I will say this is a much
place to exhale.
I wish that I still had my motorcycle because Houston was the worst town to have a motorcycle in. Like, no one cares about you. It's real easy to die in Houston on a motorcycle. And I got hit once.
I don't care where you
got sideswiped. Out here, like you're real close to where I could drive from my house. I could drive an hour north and see 50 cars.
Yeah. I'm too much of a coward for a motorcycle. I have driven around in a slingshot.
Okay,
I get it.
Why? What's? I mean, you
don't
ride
like
a bicycle, right?
Oh yeah, it's not that. I don't like being that exposed on the road.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I didn't find any great pleasure in that. But strangely
I like to
enough,
ride motorcycles nude.
Well, it's not so much that.
Full exposure.
I was going to endorse a motorcycle about 20 years ago, and they're going to actually give me one.
What?
Yeah, they're going to actually let me ride one, and I got lessons, and I was fine in a parking lot. And then I got out on the road, and I'd never forget looking over at a semi tire spinning at 80 miles an hour right next to me. I didn't like that at all. So I just decided I didn't want to do that. And then 20 years later, I got in a slingshot, and I guess because there was a door, I don't know, little wall, didn't bother me as much.
Interesting. Maybe you could get maybe your wife could get a motorcycle and you could ride in a sidecar.
That's the other part of it was she was really all for me getting a motorcycle.
She thought it was hot?
Well, no, but I also had to get a larger life insurance policy.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I get a motorcycle, but we're going to have to double that life.
I thought
and then
maybe
go ride all you want.
I thought maybe she could drive the motorcycle and you could ride in a sidecar, so you'd feel protected.
See, that was the other thing. She would never get on a motorcycle.
Oh, she wouldn't. My wife hated getting on mine.
No, mine would. No, never. My wife came from her mother wouldn't even let her climb trees. So I mean, yeah, my wife's scary like that. Yeah. So to have two boys live the way they lived,
man. Yeah, my mom was a bit of a risk taker.
No, mine was like, spread Cheerios on the floor in the morning and left. I would see her at some point after work. So no, I was free range chicken too. There was no boundary.
Oh well, yeah. I guess my wife is scared of the motorcycle too. But
no, my wife. Are you kidding? She didn't know anything about this. If she'd have known that I had actually gone over and taken lessons and were riding around on a motorcycle, no.
Really?
No, she wouldn't let that happen. She knows I'm an idiot. I'd kill myself.
Yeah, reasonable take.
She's known me long enough. Like, that's a bad idea.
Don't
do
for
this.
You.
No.
You have a wife for protection of yourself.
Yeah,
like,
for a lot of the reasons.
Yeah.
There's some genuine health concerns early on. Like, if you don't marry her, you're going to be dead.
Vic, you don't ride motorcycles either, huh? No. You can't, because you can't fit a torque on the back.
I also had a problem with the 1-up, 3-down stuff, and which was the clutch and brake early on. Yeah. So there was a little.
No, I'll need the sidecar for the torta.
It's hard to move around with a big woman if you got a motorcycle.
Yeah, they're leaning into it.
Yeah, they lean too hard, you
know,
and then
you
that's
can't turn.
You need a pickup truck for that.
Yeah.
Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
6 for 6, and the Aggies have the lead.
Your home for Aggies football. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide, based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big, filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The
Now we can chill, Mom.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
If you are 50 or older, it is recommended that you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're an adult 19 to 49 with certain underlying medical conditions like asthma, diabetes, chronic heart disease, or COPD, vaccination is also recommended. Talk to your doctor about vaccination today and learn more at lung.org/protectyourself. Furnished by the American Lung Association in collaboration with Pfizer.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at 281 northbound just past the airport. That's a wreck in the left lane. 410 northbound before Bandera Road, wreck right lane causing a 30-minute delay. Stop and go from Lakeside Parkway. A vehicle fire that's been extinguished on 37 northbound just past 35 interchange. It's got the right lane blocked. A stall at 35 southbound Judson Road, right lane. And this road work on 35 southbound Thousand Oaks on down to Randolph Boulevard is causing about a 25-minute delay. It's got the roadway reduced to one lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In Monday Night Football, the Lions ran over the Ravens, sacking Lamar Jackson 7 times in a 38-30 win. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has a high ankle sprain suffered in the loss to the Bears. He's expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks. In other injury news, offensive guard Tyler Booker also suffered a high ankle sprain. The loss will have him out potentially the same amount of time. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? 7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Big day. Big day here in the Huddle House. It's the day before Hump Day.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
We love that. We love it. Tuesday is kind of the down day here at the Huddle, I will not lie. There's just something to it, like where I think we all have that feel like the weekend's not coming.
No, today is not bad. Today I got catching up to do.
What do you got going on?
Just generally the stuff that I should have taken care of over the 20 hours that I was watching football get done. I'm going to mow. I'll be busy today. So it's tomorrow, the Wednesday hump day. Like, well, I got nothing. You get a little antsy. You're past looking backwards. It's time to look forward. You got a game tomorrow on Wednesday afternoon. So tomorrow's my rough day.
I've got a busted sprinkler head. And I know I need to go out there and fix it, and like it's going to require digging and stuff like that.
Glue.
And
I hate that, man.
I've been putting it off because I'm waiting for a day with no football, and now it's here, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah, see, that's what my Tuesday is. It's
but
all
I've
those.
said it 3 days in a row, and so now it's like, what am I going to do? I guess I'm going to have to
go fix it.
I guess I'm going to have to dig a hole today.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks. But
I mean, that's my Tuesday, so I expect it, and it keeps me busy.
Yeah. That's what.
And now that it's fall,
you can't push stuff off anymore. On Tuesday.
It's fall today. It was fall yesterday. About 2:30 yesterday, it became
Is that
fall.
what it became?
So now there's fall. You can, dress appropriately and act like you're, it's cooler weather.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine now.
Despite the fact that everything's
normal now.
Awful this morning. It's like a physical assault when you open the door.
You were hot when you came out this morning?
Oh my God! It's just steamy and sticky and awful.
I didn't have any of that this morning.
Oh, it's bad. It was. You never know when you open the door. Because we had it we got new windows not long ago, so we're like airtight. So when you shut the door, you can feel your ears kind of. So open the door this morning, it's just that humidity just punches you in the face. It felt like it was July, not September the 24th or 23rd.
It's like when you walk out of the casino in Vegas, you never know what it's light. It's light out here.
What? That's what
it
felt
that
like
coming.
this morning. Oh, this is awful. So,
well,
I don't mind Tuesday.
Okay, well, good for you.
Because we still got a game to talk about. We had last night. There's still some things that are still shaking loose. Tomorrow's when we're looking forward.
Let's discuss last night's game then, in a little bit of depth here. We've seen the Ravens now 3 times. They are 1-2.
Yeah.
This is the team, and going into last night, I thought this was probably the best team in football. Now that I have seen them give up 40 points to 41 to the Bills, 38, that's 79 points in 2 of their games.
Well, Detroit's a juggernaut on offense. I mean, are they leading the league in scoring? I'd be shocked if they're not.
They scored. I think these are the 2 leaders.
Yeah, so they have given up, but they've also scored a fair. Baltimore is the one team in the league at 1-2. You go,
you're not worried?
No, I'm not. But 2 fumbles from Derrick Henry and an ill-timed, a bad call for a run from Lamar last night that ended up in a fumble. 3 plays, they're undefeated. I really don't. Now, there's lots of questions. That defense is so un-Raven-like. It's hard to get
even
past
with
that.
the fumble last night, did it really feel like the Ravens were going to certainly win the game? I never even got that vibe. I felt like they were in trouble the whole time, it felt like.
Well, they were never in control, I'll give you that. But at halftime, it was tied, and they had counterpunched. They'd done just as much as Detroit had. It felt like it was anybody's game. It didn't feel like it was out of Baltimore's control. That fumble from Derrick Henry was just like the Baltimore fumble, just something of all the things you expect might happen to Baltimore, that's not it. And it's happened twice now, so I think there's film on him. I think they've decided he carries it loose in certain situations and go punch it out, if you can get past the stiff arm.
3 games, 3 fumbles.
So it's worthy of consideration, but you take away what appears to be what was at least thought to be random, then Baltimore's right in there with everybody with a couple of tweaks and some injuries away from a better defense, but they're still undefeated, and I wouldn't want to play them. Well, I'm not going to – they're obviously beatable, but they're not – of all the 1-2 teams out there, they're the ones that I think can rest the most comfortable.
Well, I love – and like I said, that's what I think makes the NFL so great is we get Baltimore at the Chiefs next week, and the loser of that game is back against the wall now. And I love that. I love that we've got early, we're going to be a quarter, not even a quarter of the way through the season, and there's going to be panic in the streets in one of those 2 towns.
It's true. It's an elimination game.
Well, listen, Baltimore's schedule is not an easy one. I mean, obviously they play in the AFC North, where, even the Browns, like I said this last week and people laughed at me. The final score of the Ravens-Browns game was not indicative of what kind of football game that was. The Browns are a tough football team. They're going to punch you. They will hang around with some teams. But at the Chiefs next week, then they have a 3-game homestand, Texans, Rams, and Bears. And that includes their bye week. So basically the entire month of October, they don't leave the house until the very last day, and they play the Dolphins in Miami.
If Baltimore loses, they give up at least the hope of home field. If Kansas City loses, they're done. There is no playoffs.
Really?
Oh, Kansas City ain't going to playoffs with what, 1-4, 1-3?
1-3?
Ain't going to the playoffs.
The Chiefs' schedule is, really not much more forgiving when you consider the AFC West is also a pretty tough division. But there is after the Ravens game, Jags, Lions, Raiders are their next
Oh,
three.
I don't care what hails them, but that gets them to 500. You know what I mean? At 1-3, the Red Sea will have to part. We're talking about miracles at that point.
Yeah, and you still got a game at Buffalo on the docket. You still got another one with the Chargers, who look pretty good. Like I mentioned, the Lions, the Ravens. Not an easy road right now. And then, well, of course, a trip to Dallas also for Kansas City.
I'd be terrified of that.
Well, I'm not kidding. Dallas can score points, and if they can put Kansas City in a game and say, hey, you got to score 30 to hang with us, Kansas City's capable.
I'm being facetious, but by that point, honestly, AJ, I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah. Well, Kansas City may be this. We may be seeing the end of the dynasty.
1-3. You at that point, it'll be the first time that I can remember since Mahomes was starting that things were out of Kansas City's control.
But it's wild that you're like if Baltimore loses, you're not that worried.
I still think they're a playoff team. Now but the problem with Baltimore continuing to lose this one would be now you're in the situation where even if you make the playoffs, which you probably will, you're going to be on the road and you're going to have to beat Buffalo in Buffalo if you think you have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And right now, I don't think Baltimore can do that.
And if we say they're 1-3 and their win was against the Browns, I don't know that I can feel great about them.
The only thing is the difference being, I know Baltimore's capable of it, but they stepped in their own crap. Derrick Henry fumbled the ball in 3 straight, 2 of which basically lost the game. So, but for the things that I still consider rather random, I think they're in a different boat. So while their record is one thing, I know what I saw, and I feel like they're more capable of winning on the road and getting something hot. I have yet to see Kansas City put together a decent offensive drive. I mean, one where I felt like, oh, there they are. Not once. I haven't seen that yet.
What's funny is I feel the same. I feel about the Chiefs the way that I felt about the Spurs when their dynasty was winding down, in that I'll believe they're dead when I see them on the side of the road.
Absolutely. I pronounce Tom Brady and whatever iteration of that dead year after year. But I will say,
when I see a buzzard pluck the eye out of Travis Kelce, I'll go, oh, yeah, they're dead.
They're still hanging around. But honestly, have you seen them put together a Chief-esque drive yet? So,
the only time I've been impressed with their offense was the throw that Mahomes made to Tyquan Thornton that he landed at the 1 and stuck his finger up. Like, okay, that looked like an old-school Mahomes throw.
Yeah,
everything else has just been
the sustained, just kind of, I don't know what they're going to do next kind of drive. No, there's nothing like that. So at least.
But they still have Patrick Mahomes, and that's
he's a witch.
It's one of those things. Like, until he's literally dead, and he's Michael Myers to me. I just expect him to get up and keep walking while everybody else is running, and he's going to catch up to you somehow, because that's what Patrick Mahomes does.
I've had a long time to watch this happen, and you're right. It is. We haven't even reached quarter point on this, but
no.
At least early signs tell me I give Baltimore a little bit more of a chance if they do end up at 1-3 than Kansas City.
Okay. Right now the Ravens are averaging 32 points per game allowed. It is really hard to be an elite team if you're allowing 32 points per game. We agree with that, right?
Dude, I remember Baltimore giving up 32 points a month. So
I do too.
This is so un-Raven-like. It's hard for me to fathom that this is anything other than injuries and a short-term trend. But at some point, we have to call it what it is, and it's a sieve of a defense.
Yeah, that is a wild number. And to put into perspective, like if we're talking about the other elite teams, I mean, it's not even close. It's hard to find another team that we would consider a good team that's giving up 32 points per game. The other teams that are even in that range, Jets, Dolphins, Titans. These are the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome to the club.
Right.
Bears, Saints. That's it. Those are the teams giving up over 30 points per game right now.
On the other side, they're leading the lead in scoring. And Lamar's rating right now, 141.8, 10 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, and they are still
been very
just
good.
1-2.
Yeah, but when you do have, I mean, in a league where, I mean, I don't know. I would say that scoring is all that matters, but maybe it's not.
Well, ask Baltimore. I mean, at some point,
Philadelphia won it last year, and they weren't an elite offense. I mean, at least not for most of the season. I think you have to at least be a solid defense to be a championship contender. And Baltimore, again, they've got injuries. It just doesn't feel like they're on their way there right now.
Last night, 38 points allowed, 224 rushing yards, no sacks, no turnovers, only 5 quarterback pressures, and 20 missed tackles. That's the Ravens defense. That's not the Cowboy defense. That's the Ravens defense.
Are you sure?
0 I saw I forgot it. I'll look it up now, but I saw a number saying like the last time the Ravens win a game without a sack. I think they had the longest streak of games with a sack.
It's shocking.
Let's see. Ravens sack streak. See if I made this up in my head. 57 game sack streak. They had a sack in 57 consecutive games.
And we can preach the demise of the defense and whatever's going on in Baltimore, but a lot of this was a Detroit offense that is a freaking juggernaut. Ben Johnson, who? I mean, that team is hanging points right and left. 90 points in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I mean, they're really going at it. So I will give Detroit a little bit of credit here. A little bit. It wasn't just a crash of Baltimore. The Detroit offense, they run at you, and they can throw it on both sides.
And outside of Baltimore, the only teams that have scored 100 points on the season, there's 3 of them. 2 of them are teams that the Ravens have played.
And
so they played Buffalo, they played Detroit. The only other one that scored 100 points this year is Indianapolis, which is also
hard to
wild.
That's a very strange grouping of teams.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
Do you know that the Indianapolis Colts have the largest point differential right now in the NFL?
I'm not surprised, man.
Plus 47.
They only punted once.
Dude. And I don't even know if they're good. I would bet the Ravens 10 times over if they played them tomorrow. But
right now,
I don't know.
Juggernaut, the John Taylor right through the tackles.
I do think there is some worry right now for Baltimore. I think they are having to. They're hit with injuries early in the season, which is already bad. I'm not here to throw dirt on Derrick Henry because I'm a big fan of Derrick Henry actually, but Derrick Henry, we've been saying, well, he's the guy that the age rules don't apply to. That father time is unbeaten, and maybe it's happening.
I saw him just a couple weeks ago go freaking bananas. I mean, there's still some that diesel's still running on 7 cylinders and not 8. I mean, it's still there. I'm not ready to throw dirt on him. In fact, I'm on the other way. I'm a little bullish on him. I think when they look at the film, this is a team that goes, we're doing this to ourselves. And the fact is, we have just about the worst defense we've ever seen, and we're hanging 35. We don't have to do much. We really don't have to tweak a whole lot to suddenly be an absolute threat. And I think the most worrisome thing about this team is, while absolutely talented, they're longer in the tooth than others. They're not old, but their bench isn't what it was. So I do think there's some concern about injuries because I don't think they can sustain this without their dudes.
Yeah. I did like that Baltimore got Mark Andrews back involved last night.
It helps.
And they need him to be good again. Mm-hmm. And I thought maybe he was just washed. I thought maybe that playoff game broke him.
But it didn't help the first game back to do the same thing.
Yeah,
so.
but last night he looked like his old self.
It'll help.
I think there's some things, but also the fact that they couldn't get Zay Flowers involved in that game last night is concerning.
I'm aware, and it wasn't for lack of trying. He was covered. I mean, he couldn't get open.
3 targets all night.
Yeah,
3 targets, and also, I mean, is Zay Flowers really a number 1 receiver? I think
I think he's not. At the end of the day, when you grade his ability, his greatest skill set is, he's a slot dude that needs the ball in space.
Yeah.
He's not a guy that should be the one that has to command double teaming, because if you got a corner with speed, he's just not big enough to really scare you.
But I also say the same thing about Josh Allen. Like, does it really matter who your receivers are when your quarterback is the threat that Lamar Jackson is? Like because no one can cover these receivers as hard as they can cover normal receivers, because they've got to worry a little. They've always got to be thinking, what if Lamar goes?
I just want Lamar to have, at some point, to have a Diggs, a guy that will just be open no matter what, and I never felt like Lamar's had that. He has. He just, when he did have those guys, he wasn't very good at being a throwing quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, man, to have DeAndre Hopkins, Rashad Bateman, and Zay Flowers, it's not like they don't have decent wide receivers. And DeAndre Hopkins looks like he could play again. Like, there's something going on with DeAndre. He's having a little bit of a revival. The hands are still the hands. He's going to catch the ball. You throw it around him. So I don't feel – it's not like Lamar is lacking for weapons. There's just not like the elite guy down there, I don't think.
If he had a CeeDee Lamb that would, 8 targets that he could just rely on to be open. Yeah, I've always wondered what it would be like if he did have that guy.
But when you invest in the run game the way they do, means paying your offensive lineman a lot, means paying your running back a lot. It's hard to do that. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Today in a little bit over, about 4 hours, I'm going to head over to the Institute for Functional Health for the second half of my annual exam. Dr. Jacob Torres at the IFF, he's become my daily physician. That happened several years ago. That's not how I began with the IFF. I walked in, I'd heard stories about great success with weight loss, with guys like me who'd been a little overweight most of their life and were a little worried about doctors telling them it was time to start taking pills and didn't like the way they felt, and all the things that us fat guys know. I walked in and I met him, and he convinced me to do something I didn't think I could do, and I'll tell you what, some 8 years later, I am still a patient of Dr. Torres. I'm a believer. The medicine that he practices goes right down my alley. I'm a better person, I'm more healthy for going there. If you are in a position where you need to lose weight and the semaglutides and all the new medicine just isn't for you, you're not down with the shots or the pills or the cost, I want you to consider Dr. Torres. His programs have been successful. And I say programs because every patient of his is different, and he treats you like that. There is no one-size-fits-all when it gets to losing weight and staying healthy. He addresses you as a patient, as a person, and he puts together programs for all of us that work, that we can live with for a long time, for the rest of our lives, and making them healthier as we're doing that. I want that for you. Find out how it works. Call him today. The number's 210-468-1891. His website, it's a great resource, is iffhealth.com. Go there. Take the functional health test. I promise you it'll open your eyes. Look, if it's time to lose weight, if you're ready to feel better, call Dr. Torres today in the IFF. He will change your life if you allow him, and when he does, come on by and you can thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever, all you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things. Like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost. Exactly what you unexpected.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961. If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the new HEB College Park, located at 7330 North Loop 1604 in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, October 4th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
All righty. Coming up in the next segment, I want to take a look at a mock draft that came out for next year, and it'll tell you a lot about what's going on with the quarterbacks in college football this year.
the deck has been rearranged, I can tell you that.
100%. 100%. I was very, very surprised when I saw the names that I saw.
I'll tell you, if you just think of the variance in the millions of dollars that have been both lost and gained by some of these kids over just the last month.
And what's crazy is we could see it flip back the other way. Wouldn't shock anybody if
but what was is not today.
No.
For sure.
And there's going to be there's some names on this list that you go, that guy? What about this guy? Nope, that guy's gone. He's no longer no longer
and literally
an NFL player.
One quarterback that I had never heard of before the beginning of this season.
Oh,
Indiana quarterback. I've never heard of that dude. Never.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because he was a Cal before, and he was just losing every football game.
Wherever he was, it was not on my in my bandwidth. I can tell you that. And suddenly, he's second in Heisman voting.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that on the other side of this next break. But big news in the NBA: Fred VanVleet torn ACL for a young Rockets team that is looked at as maybe the top threat, or was looked at as maybe the top threat in the short term to Oklahoma City.
This is huge news.
This is their leader, their veteran leader. This is
you
this is a big deal.
Money on Durant. They've reformed their roster with Van Vliet as the leader of this team. He is the blood and guts of the team and their starting point guard. This is terrible news for Houston. Now, they're still hyper talented, and they're still going to be a very good team, but they went from a title contender, like legitimately top 4. If they're not there, they're going to have to look at themselves as to why they're not there kind of team, to one that's going to have to find something over the next couple of months and figure out a way to muddle through the toughest moments of the league without your bulldog. It's going to be this is literally, apart from losing Sengun or we could talk about Durant. This is the worst possible news they could have gotten.
Sengun is penciled in at the 5. Jabari Smith, Kevin Durant, Amin Thompson. You've got 4 starters there.
How'd you draft that point guard?
This Reed Shepherd he's going to have to step up and play the part now. They did not want to put him on the floor last year. They don't have much of a choice this year. I think he's going to, because I don't really see another real a point guard on this team. And I think, 5-6 years ago, you could have said, oh, we'll just let the offense go through KD. I don't think that works anymore. I guess maybe Aaron Holiday's on the roster, but that doesn't seem like a reasonable option. So there is a lot of pressure on a young guy all of a sudden to become the dude.
Somewhere out there, there's an 8-year vet point guard that's going to get a job. Somewhere out there, there's somebody on a roster that's been in the league for about 8 years, contended, been good, been solid for a long time, that's going to end up getting a job to kind of hold this thing down until they're comfortable with either Reed Shepherd or a trade. I mean, this is one of those situations where Houston is all freaking in. There's no, we'll bide our time. Durant doesn't have a lot of time.
No.
I mean, this was an all or nothing, or at least for the next 2 years, an all or nothing kind of thing.
Does Kyle Lowry have a team these days?
He certainly would fit the kind of, the cookie cutter.
It's going to be, it's going to be something, Patty Mills, they're going to call someone like
somebody
that.
like that that's floating around. There's a lot of those guys that are fully capable of, playing a game, but suddenly the emphasis on the offense has changed. A lot of things have been thrown into the mix for the Rockets.
Russell Westbrook.
Desperate times.
He's not on a team right now, is he?
No, but that, sadly, I don't think that's the fit that would be.
I don't think it would be either.
but it would be fun. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's just that's what I could see it happening. I'm not saying it would be the fit, but I could see it happening.
If Kawhi Leonard's contract gets voided, they can.
Yeah,
I mean they brought in some different characters over the years. Why not Kawhi? I do believe that they'll find a dude that's kind of way into it. But everybody else in the West, they can kind of exhale a little bit. Things got a little bit easier.
Yeah. So even Oklahoma City going. Ooh,
I'm telling you, man.
That's nice.
We haven't really started to focus in on the NBA as things kind of round into form. Keep in mind, Spurs Media Day is the 29th, next Monday. So training camp starts next Monday. This is a seismic shift in the NBA.
I think so too. At least in the Western Conference, this was the team that looked like the most ready.
Weren't they a 2 seed last year?
I think they were a 2 seed already
with
last
a bullet.
year. Yeah.
Now we forget that we won't remember that because of how they got there, because they were a bit of a surprise. But yes, they are that good, and they got better. They added Kevin Durant. So everybody else in the West kind of go, oh, there we go. There's a game or two to be had that we didn't think we were going to get.
Last night before yesterday before the Fred VanVleet news, the Rockets were 8-1. They were tied for third favorite to win the NBA title. OKC plus 245, the Nuggets plus 650. The Rockets and the Cavs were both 8-1. Knicks plus 850. Well, the Rockets have now gone from 8-1 to 10-1.
Wow, and I wouldn't be surprised to see if it fall even further.
It wouldn't surprise me either. It's fun. There was a lot of optimism with the KD thing. Now it's like, let's pull it back a little bit.
And Sengun had a phenomenal Eurobasket.
I mean, he was the best player in the whole tournament.
That's the good news for Houston anyway, that their young center is getting better by the minute.
Yeah, but it just does feel like if you are one of the people, and I know there's a lot of people in the Brigade Bar certainly who fall into this, if you are one of the people who are cheering for a quick demise of the Oklahoma City Thunder,
No,
I don't think it's coming. No. I don't think it's coming. There's just not very many.
Short of anything that we knock on wood for.
There's just not a threat right now. I don't think. Like I guess Denver's the next closest threat, but
I mean, it's a different thing to have to defend. So I mean, they do have to learn how to do that, and even the best teams stumble. But as far as the ability and the coach and the talent and everything required for it, they kind of got all of it.
Well, and there's different kinds of dynasties. There's the kind of like. There's the kind where you've got a couple guys who are older who come together. The Miami Heat, the Kevin Love and Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Miami Heat. That you can see there's a ceiling on how long can that go. With these guys, it's much more like when the Spurs got together, when the Golden State Warriors got together. They were all kids at the same time.
And there's 5 years coming of good times.
And
that's fun.
The difference is. It took almost zero time for Oklahoma City to find theirs. It could be a long one. This could be exhausting for NBA fans that don't care about Oklahoma City. And every time, and now, you know what? I say that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander could tear his ACL tomorrow, and then it's a whole different conversation.
And that's the thing in the league. But right now, it got easier for Oklahoma City, and it got easier for the West.
Yeah.
With Van Vliet going down. So Spurs, it was good news for them. There's a big game or two out there that they probably didn't think they'd get that they have a chance for now.
The difference is with Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous is their star. If any other player on Oklahoma City got hurt, I'd be like, well, they can maybe overcome it.
You're right.
And then when we're talking about the teams chasing them, Fred Van Vliet might be the fourth best player on the Rockets, and we're like, oh, it's devastating. That's the difference between the chased and the chasers.
Absolutely.
Is like. Feels like everything has to go right for someone to catch Oklahoma City, and the smallest speed bump, we're just like, well, it ain't gonna be them. Like that's just the margins for error are so small if you're gonna catch that team. It feels like.
There's no doubt, and I love that because I think every leagues are better. NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. And I call them the Death Star. When there is something out there that is so big and so frightening, everything I do has to be about that, not the other league,
Tom Brady,
not everybody
Patrick
else.
Mahomes.
I think the leagues in the world is better when you have the Death Star, and Oklahoma City is becoming that. Everything I do, I measure against them.
Well, there's, I guess, you know what? Like you said, maybe the way to glass half full it is to say, if you're not a fan of the Rockets. Now you can take a couple of you've got a couple wins maybe that you wouldn't have had otherwise. Maybe you're a step closer to becoming that team.
It gives you just one little iota of help, and you need all those iotas when you're talking about that upper echelon.
Because something tells me, at least Spurs fan, I don't think they'd be happier with a Rockets title than they would with a Thunder title.
Oh hell no. No, we've
if forced to choose, I think they'd still say, "Oh, keep winning, Thunder."
Mattress Mac be back in town dancing on our grave.
Yeah, you don't want that. All right, guys, football is back. Underdog's the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Although I thought Jared Goff was going to throw an interception last night. I went higher on Goff interceptions over a half, and it kept me from winning my prize on Underdog. I could have had I think I was playing for 8x my money. I mean, it's a bummer, but that's the way it goes sometimes. When you win, though, oh, it's so sweet. Guys, it's so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats, touchdowns, yards, interceptions, whatever it might be. You get it right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You could play with as little as $1. Like I said, got me last night. I had a couple close ones, but once Jared Goff played too clean, it was all over for me. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code Alamo. You'll score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo, ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at 281 northbound just past the airport. That's a wreck in the left lane. 410 northbound before Bandera Road, wreck right lane causing a 30-minute delay. Stop and go from Lakeside Parkway. A vehicle fire that's been extinguished on 37 northbound just past 35 interchange. It's got the right lane blocked. A stall at 35 southbound Judson Road, right lane. And this road work on 35 southbound Thousand Oaks on down to Randolph Boulevard is causing about a 25-minute delay. It's got the roadway reduced to one lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
The Fall Golf Classic. Tournament sponsor. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Football season is at Tamalitos Mexican Restaurant with daily specials that hit harder than a linebacker and game day plates that score big. Tamalitos is your go-to plate. Proud sponsor of the San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Tournament. Tamalitos, where every bite's a touchdown.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was.
I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All righty. Franklin saying he doesn't appreciate SGA's style. He doesn't enjoy it. He thinks he's a free throw merchant. Didn't like Harden's style either. The difference is, and I didn't like Harden either. The difference is when Shea gets to the line, he's getting to the line while actually trying to make a shot. Harden would begin a play with no intent of making a shot. The whole goal was, I'm going to get to the free throw line on this play.
Oh,
that's different.
Yeah, in every generation, there's these guys that get fouled. But I remind everybody that gets mad at these, it's not my call, my ball. It's not like foul, let me shoot. Somebody has to call the foul. I mean, they don't, hey, you fouled me. It's not like you're playing pickup at the gym and, hey, you got my arm, I'm shooting, or my ball. No, somebody else has to blow the whistle. So to call him a foul merchant is to tell me that this dude is a contact shooter. A contact scorer, the kind of thing I want every one of my guys to be, to fight through contact and get the ball up. That's the highest compliment you can give a guy. Hey, he's a free throw merchant. That tells me somebody else had to blow the whistle. He didn't blow his own whistle.
Kobe Bryant got to the line a lot.
Because he understood that contact means getting paid. If you can fight through contact and get shots up, you will make money. And separate and apart from being a great basketball player. So that is not a detrimental thing to say.
Yep.
I've never understood that.
And again, it was frustrating to watch James Harden because, like I think his only intent was getting to the free throw line. Some of these players they're trying to, if they draw contact, cool, but they're still trying to make that shot. They're trying to get the and one. They're not just trying to go get 2 free throws. And there's a big difference.
But even with Harden, you can get mad, but somebody else had to blow the whistle.
Oh, I know.
I mean, whether good, bad, or indifferent, whatever your intentions are, he's playing through contact, and that is the most difficult thing for any NBA basketball scorer to achieve, to master. It's hard.
Yeah. Franklin says they changed the rule because Harden would throw his legs out and SGA jumps into guys.
Those were stupid. If you those things, that's up to the officials to call. And if you don't like it, call the foul.
The problem with SGA is he's very difficult to defend without fouling. And
some guys are given the ability.
Somebody's job.
Yes, some guys are given the ability to do that, and he has that. And if you don't foul him, you also know that bucket's going in.
100%.
So I don't begrudge anybody that. And there's always guys in the league that are going to be called that because they have mastered the ability to bucket through contact.
All right. I told you guys I'd get to this in this segment, but the latest mock draft I saw, and it's funny, at the beginning of the year, there was the names Arch Manning, Cade Klubnik,
Long gone.
DJ Lagway,
gone.
Garrett Nussmeier,
South Carolina kid,
Norris Sellers. Those were the names I heard the most. Those 5 names. This crop of quarterbacks, oh baby, these are going to be so
one of those guys,
good.
One of those guys probably be a good pro.
Probably.
I'm not writing them off, but I'll tell you, as far as what we've seen, they all lack in a category that we didn't expect. In some way or fashion, they ain't what we thought they were going to be.
Those 5 names, only one of them is on the first round of this mock draft. There's 5 quarterbacks. Only one of them are the guys that we were talking about in the preseason.
You know what? General managers are exhaling in great relief. The last thing they need is a bunch of quarterbacks with a first-round grade. You know what I mean? At least for your job security. And let everybody grade out as a 3rd or 4th rounder so we can really go with beauty as in the eye of the beholder.
The quarterbacks that are listed here now, who do you think the top quarterback is on this mock draft?
From the quarterbacks that I've seen that are probably on that list that can really throw the football, the best I've seen That's on that. Where's the Oregon quarterback?
He is the fourth one on this list. Dante Moore.
Mateer.
Third on this list.
That Indiana kid, I haven't seen enough to justify it, but man, oh man, the numbers certainly justify it.
Well, first of all, if you haven't seen Fernando Mendoza play yet, first realize the dude's like 6'5", 230. Like, he's got the build for it. Has yet to throw an interception, but and this is a guy who chucks the ball a ton. He's currently at 16 touchdowns, 0 picks on the season.
Dude, his highlight reel is spectacular. I'll give him that.
He's now projected number 1 overall to the Cleveland Browns.
This is the worst case scenario for Cleveland. You got a one-hit wonder, a flash, and you have to hope that everything you saw in just a small sample size will extrapolate. It's the worst case scenario.
The second one listed is they've got pick 4 to the New Orleans Saints, which I have a hard time imagining the Saints not picking in the top 3.
Yeah,
but they go with Garrett Nussmeier, which is the. I'll just say this. I haven't seen a lot of Garrett Nussmeier that makes me go, ooh, I want to see more. I'm out on him.
I'm out.
At least for now, I'm out on him. But also the idea that he would get drafted by the Saints. Who, by the way, the name of the offensive coordinator for the Saints, I don't know if you're aware, is a guy named Doug Nussmeier.
I remember Doug as a quarterback.
Yeah. He's real familiar with this kid.
Vaguely.
And he thinks that he might be a good fit for them at number 4.
Kind of like LeBron had scouted out that young guard.
Yeah, he knew all about him.
Yeah.
He knew all about him. No thanks. Number 7, the Jets, John Mateer.
I'm already kind of man-crushing on Mateer, so if I keep talking about it, there's something about that dude, man. There's something about him. If I'm the Jets, I'm all over it.
You at number 7?
Oh, yeah. There's something about this cat. Now, the sad thing, it'll be like Baker landing in Cleveland. It's not going to end well.
I certainly
get it.
There is a lot of Baker to him. I mean, he's right at 6 foot tall, maybe. And they both play for Oklahoma. There's a lot of similarities between the two. The way they move around a little bit, there's a lot.
There is.
He's a quick release guy, but man,
he doesn't want to go to the Jets, man. You need to throw some INTs. Drop down
using
a little
top
bit
10 pick on him is, to me, it's a bold strategy. Dante Moore is 12th to the Steelers. He has been pretty much incredible this season.
Yes.
He started out at UCLA, transferred to Oregon. This was one of the rare, like he said, I'm transferring because I know I'm going to be sitting behind a guy, and he sat behind Dylan Gabriel all last year, and it looks like it paid off. He's been phenomenal so far. I'm interested to see what he does this week. Oh, also of note, I guess we didn't mention this, the other guy who was at the top of all the lists coming into the season, Drew Aller at Penn State, not on this list either.
And this team is winning. I don't know what sometimes you get lost in the rest of the team and you forget how good this quarterback is because everybody else is really good. So I don't know if that's happening to him. Certainly have been output. I mean, shoot, that team's scoring points and buckets. So.
And it's going to be it'll be a good game this weekend. And the 5th quarterback on this list, number 25 overall to the LA Rams, Josh Hoover from TCU, who all the talk about him in the preseason was about him going to furry conventions.
I was talking to somebody that is on the scouting committee for the Alamo Bowl.
Okay.
And they went and saw that TCU game, and they really liked him. Pay attention to that.
Yeah. It's hard to argue with what he's done so far. He's been very good. But it's just funny how quick we've only played 4 college games. Yeah, and
you know what?
And everybody's like, well,
it's kind
all
of
these guys are no good.
Well, I mean, no, we can't go solely on the 4 games. But the first impressions with quarterbacks, 80% of the time are right. Can we say that?
I think some of these guys, like Lenore Sellers, is to me maybe the best example of this. People saw a couple flashes last year and said, "This guy is going to be great."
If he continues to add and do, and he and Lagway have not continued to add and do, they're kind of what they were last year.
I'll give Sellers a little bit of a break because I think he's like full on concussed, but that's not enough to make me go, "Yeah, I want that guy." A running quarterback who's already got a concussion. Not something I'm really thrilled about.
What's the name of the Indiana quarterback again? I got to remember his name. what's the Fernando
Mendoza.
Mendoza. Your worst nightmare is to have Mendoza have this kind of year and then have to only go off that. I love it when you have a quarterback that has a great year as a junior or as a freshman or a sophomore until their junior year, and then has to come back and do it again with a year's worth of film, and then they do it again. Those are the guys you draft.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that have lived through the film and lived through the attack and being the point of being the what do they call him, the Monday morning guy, the guy that the coaches wake up going, I got to stop that, and they still did well. So your nightmare is to have to draft this Fernando kid after one great year where really nobody's had a real chance to break down everything that he's capable of when there is disaster imminent, when everybody knows what you're going to do. And that's what scares me about half these guys is, they're going to have a hell of a year, but can they back it up?
Going into the season, ESPN polled 25 NFL scouts and executives. Who did you think was the top QB coming into the draft?
I had Nussmeier, man.
8 people said Lenora Sellers. He was number one. He was the number one. Nussmeier was number 2 with 7. Carson Beck, 3 votes. John Mateer, 3 votes. Drew Aller, 2. Arizona State, Sam Levitt, and Arch Manning both got 1. But remember, the same time last season, Colorado's Shedeur Sanders had the most votes, and Cam Ward had 1.
Yeah.
So just something to keep in mind.
Don't get lost in the moment.
Things change, man. Then there's still a lot of season left to play. All right, we'll be right back. Halfway there on a small hump day. I don't know. Morning Huddle 94.1.
KTFM Floresville, your home for the Super Bowl. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code ALAMO. ALAMO's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code ALAMO for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term ALAMO. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app. Use the code ALAMO, and you can come by and thank me later.
Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656-PURE Connecticut.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job. job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro. On them, it's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24 monthly bill credits on Experience Beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended, balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99, and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Fuel up like a champ at Tamalitos Mexican Restaurant, your San Antonio spot for daily lunch specials and game day flavor. Proud sponsor of the San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Tournament. Swing by Tamalitos today, where every bite is a win.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at 281 northbound just past the airport. That's a wreck in the left lane. 410 northbound before Bandera Road, wreck right lane causing a 30-minute delay. Stop and go from Lakeside Parkway. A vehicle fire that's been extinguished on 37 northbound just past 35 interchange. It's got the right lane blocked. A stall at 35 southbound Judson Road, right lane. And this road work on 35 southbound Thousand Oaks on down to Randolph Boulevard is causing about a 25-minute delay. It's got the roadway reduced to one lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In Monday Night Football, the Lions ran over the Ravens, sacking Lamar Jackson 7 times in a 38-30 win. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has a high ankle sprain suffered in the loss to the Bears. He's expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks. In other injury news, offensive guard Tyler Booker also suffered a high ankle sprain. The loss will have him out potentially the same amount of time. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, this listed on ESPN of the player rankings. Now, this is last updated September 10th, but the top 5 lists are still Lenore Sellers, Garrett Nussmeier, Sam Levitt, Clade Kubnik, Drew Aller. Another guy, Sellers, Nussmeier, Aller, Klubnik, Mendoza. Another guy, Seller, Nussmeier, Klubnik, Beck, Aller. So.
I don't know what to think of Carson Beck because obviously he doesn't have every NBA thing or NFL thing that quarterback scouts are looking for. But the sum total of what he is, he looks like the best quarterback in college. But obviously his arm or something about it isn't putting him in the NFL scouts. But, that at the end of the day, it's not that important. He looks like the most NFL-ready quarterback to me. I mean, I'm surprised he's not higher ranked.
Well, first of all, he's a senior. He's 6'4". He does have kind of look. He was so loose with the ball last year at Georgia, and has kind of been a little loose with it so far this year. I don't know. I think he's fine, but I think I'm probably going to be a guy at the end of the year, and I haven't made my final decisions yet because it's been 4 weeks. But like last year, I said I would not draft a single one of these guys in the first round because if you draft them, you're going to set your franchise back. Because I still think there are 0 franchise quarterbacks out of this group, and I know we've seen some good things out of Jackson Dart because guess what? We haven't seen all of Jackson Dart yet. We'll see.
Oh yeah, well he's going to be a rookie quarterback and do rookie things, but there's not an NFL complete quarterback that checks every box. I'm not saying that there ever is one that's perfect, but this year I think there's so many that at least now you got the eye of the beholder that you don't have to. There's 2 or 3 that can do kind of the same thing. Yeah. So if you don't get that, and sometimes that's the worst case for quarterbacks because everybody can wait. So then they all fall.
We are so desperate to find great quarterbacks that if you show even a flash, we'll believe it.
I'm in there. I'm with you.
There is, look no further. Last year, people were oohing and ahhing about Bo Nix. Bo Nix was fine last year, but I don't know if Bo Nix is a franchise quarterback, but because he showed a glimmer, people are like, this dude's incredible.
Well, I think there's a difference with guys like Bo Nix, though, because Bo Nix is more of the, oh my goodness, he's better than we thought. You know, it's not. I don't think anybody looked at his quarterback playing like there's the Elway. There he is.
I mean, he was a first-round pick,
but he was more than what we expected because he came to the table with more experience. Just had been playing quarterback for so long at a higher level in college that we just expected, the skill set or his body type didn't tell us that he was going to be that good. But he'd just been playing football for a long time. What's going to happen, though, is things are going to level out because at the end of the day, the great quarterbacks have both things. They have the ability to make the plays, whether it be in stature or speed or arm strength or whatever, from Kyler Murray all the way to Josh Allen. They can do things, and then they add the mental acuity. And you'll never know until you get them on the field whether those two things are going to come together.
We just look for a tiny sparkle, and we say that's a diamond.
Well, look at him spin it. I mean, that's already separated him from, or like Bo Nix, look how intelligent and well, how he runs a team. Well, he's been quarterbacking for 6 years. Yeah, he should look pretty good in college. He better be able to run a team because he's been doing it for 6 years. But that did translate to a rookie year. But now things start to even out with him. Yeah. Everybody else starts to catch up, and I think we'll get the truest sense of what we thought Bo Nix was before last year. He's a hell of a winner, but there's a lot of stuff lacking. I mean, he doesn't have all the stuff required.
Well, look at C.J. Stroud, a guy who everybody thought had all the stuff and had one of the best rookie years. In fact, up until last year when Jaden Daniels topped it, he might have had the best rookie year of anybody ever.
I'm not done with Jaden. I'm with C.J. I think this year is certainly – might be out of the question, but I don't have any. I still think he's on pace to be a good quarterback. I mean,
do you think he's on pace to be in the conversation with the Burrows and Lamars and Josh Allen?
I mean, those guys, immediately. Like I said, first impressions on these quarterbacks are normally right. When you see one, you go, "Holy crap!"
Well, that's what everybody said about CJ.
I will say what I saw about CJ was surprising because that team kept winning by the hair of their teeth. It was like a late pass and a phenomenal play from CJ, but I never saw him and looked like I saw Joe Burrow or I could go all the way back to Marino when he was a rookie where you go,
well, you agree
they
were saying different. They were saying it about Jaden Daniels last year. You agree, right?
I will. Last year, Jaden was one of those cats where I felt like, oh, this is different. This is not just the team helping him along. He's pulling his team. This rookie is carrying his team on his back, those are the kind of guys you go, oh, this is different. CJ, I don't think he carried him. I think it was a good mesh of a lot of different things, but I'm still not out on CJ. I still think he's a high average quarterback that's just in the midst of a bad season with a lot of injuries and poorly poorly surrounded with talent.
I saw last night a report. It was like a Colts beat reporter guy. Anthony Richardson in 15 career starts, 8-7 record, 21 touchdowns, 13 picks. C.J. Stroud in his last 15 starts, 6-9, 15 total touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
Yeah,
Anthony Richardson is thrown out the window, and C.J. Stroud is still looked at as a franchise quarterback.
I'll tell you just on the eye, and that number, you can't get around the facts, and those are the facts. But my eyes tell me, especially now, that Richardson was holding this team back. He wasn't carrying them. His exit made this team better. It was
I'm
his
not arguing
inability.
that.
And then I look at CJ and I think, but for CJ, where would this team be?
Yeah.
I mean, let's remove him from this equation and see where he'd be. And I think that then we get the truest evaluation of what Richardson was and what CJ is.
Yeah, this is I'm not sure where CJ ends up, but again, I think he's just another example of we see a glimmer of hope and we believe.
Absolutely.
And that's what
and I'm not out on him yet. I'm really not. Because he, more than anything else, he showed me in the NFL he can win games, but he's not what Burrow could or can be.
We saw a glimmer with Lenora Sellers last year, and everybody said, well, that's it.
I tasted it. As an Aggie, he ran every way possible. He beat me as an Aggie over the top, around the edge, through the middle. I mean, I witnessed it, and I'm not ashamed to say, my God, I thought he was capable of that.
He beat you so bad, you said, Dallas Cowboys.
I'm telling you. I'm like, dude. I mean, and I wasn't the only one. So I'm not totally done with him, but it has proven that a one-trick pony one year needs to be a two-trick pony the next year. And if you're not, you're going to get concussed because they know what to take away from you.
Yeah. Again, I don't know, and I'm probably guilty of it too. I'm probably guilty of the wanting guys to be better than they are, or I see a little bit and I go, okay, maybe. I'll tell you who I was with that for a long time. I kept saying Justin Herbert has to be better than the results say, because I'm my eye test says Justin Herbert is better than what his results on the field are. It just it can't. It's not congruent.
So
that guy can be this good at all the football things but never win.
Why don't you feel that way about Stroud though? I mean, Stroud's going through the same things that Herbert went through. Same.
Because Stroud holds the football too long, and there's
so did Herbert.
No, he didn't. Not really. And here's the other thing: C.J. Stroud. The difference is when C.J. Stroud loses, the way he reacts is different than the way Justin Herbert did.
You're right.
I'm just
saying quantified skill for skill. I mean, they're kind of going through the same thing now. The reactions are very different, and there's reasons. Herbert had terrible coaching. I mean, his coaching staff was limiting him. With Stroud, I think a lot of it was he had great coaching. He had an environment that made it a lot easier to succeed than I think that Herbert did early on. But at the end of the day, they've been kind of the same quarterback, although not as long as Herbert for CJ. Again, he is not, CJ Stroud is not everything we hoped he was going to be that we thought 2 years ago. But he is still a whole lot of that. And I'm not out on him, but I do know now that for CJ, he's going to need more help. He's going to need help to be a great success, whereas other guys, the superstars just didn't need as much. And I think now we know that Stroud's going to need solid receivers. He's going to need protection. He's not going to be able to do the superstar things that like Jaden did last year. I don't think I'll ever expect to see C.J. Stroud have that kind of year again.
The big problem with that, though, is you're saying he's got to get more around him at a time where he's about to get paid.
And the next step is I have to accept it. That's one thing. That, look, you are not that guy. But the most important guy that has to accept it is CJ, that has to accept the fact for me to be successful, I'm going to have to leave money on the table to have talent around me because I am not capable of lifting it. And to accept that is a very mature thing when we're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars.
And again, it's very difficult to fix a lot of your woes when your quarterback is being paid that kind of money.
We have stumbled upon the age-old question.
Look no further. And you could say, what came first, chicken or egg? And listen, guys like Josh Allen are getting a ton of money. You could say, well, Josh Allen hadn't won a Super Bowl, and you're right.
But he has proven to be able to lift his team to the closest possible place. So, you give guys like that the benefit of the doubt after they've done it a couple of times. At what point are we going to be out on Burrow? I mean, injuries aside, which I think is when we define Joe Burrow's career, when it is all said and done, injuries will be the first thing we talk about.
Yeah, it might be.
And then the second, no help. But first will be, dude, how many seasons did you actually finish?
And Joe Burrow's another one. Joe Burrow's one of these guys who everything for him will be tied to, does he ever win?
Mm-hmm.
Like if he ever wins a Super Bowl, he's a surefire Hall of Famer no matter what, because he's going to have the stats. He's going to be like Drew Brees. He's going to be, if his stats are going to be like so great that it's going to be like, well, obviously this guy's one of the greatest of all time because look at these numbers.
Right. But,
and at the end of the day, you're going to go, well, you can't really compare him to guys like Tom Brady because he only won one, or he, and maybe even worse, he won 0, and he's got the Dan Marino thing going. But
which is
and that's entirely possible. But it's, you notice Dan Marino never gets mentioned in GOAT conversations.
No,
anymore.
not anymore. He did for a minute, but not anymore. Because at the end of the day, all you can do is stats, and he doesn't.
And society figured out that we value titles so much that if we're going to really call you like one of the greats, you have to have at least one. If you could never win at least one, and that, dude, so many great quarterbacks right now, probably outside of Mahomes, the 3 best quarterbacks in the league are all facing that same monster of like, well, until you win one, what are you? You're just a guy who puts up a bunch of stats.
Or you played in the era of Tom Brady like you played in the Jordan era. We're going to have to judge these guys just a little bit differently in the long run because they were up against 2 of the best quarterbacks ever to strap it up for 20 years.
Automatic says, at what point are we going to be out on Dak Prescott? Well, at what point you're going to be out on Dak is a different point than Jerry's going to be out on Dak because there's been a financial promise made.
Dak Prescott right now is the cautionary tale for C.J. Stroud and a bunch of other dudes. Like, if you overpay, you're going to be alone. You're going to be alone.
It is. That's the cautionary tale of paying a top 15 quarterback, top 5 quarterback money.
And CJ fits that right now.
100%.
He feels very Prescott-esque. Very good, but it's always going to need some help. Can't do it by himself.
Yep. All right. Let's take a break. We'll catch up on the world of baseball. There's a lot of stuff going on tonight in Major League Baseball. Some of the biggest series of the year get started today. I'm going to tell you about Carbach. If you are looking to, well, maybe you're looking to drink a beer while you're watching the baseball game, might be a good thing to open one up. Crawford Bock is the official beer of the Houston Astros. They're all over the place out there, and Carbach also donated a bunch of money to the Astros organization from the sales of Crawford Bock. Fantastic year-round beer. You can even enjoy it if you're a Rangers fan, I suppose. Even a Mariners fan might enjoy a nice Crawford Bock. And if that's not for you, there is something for everybody in their lineup. Love Street, that's their best seller, their Cold-Style Blonde. Hopadillo is their West Coast IPA. It's their flagship IPA, very in-your-face, hop-forward flavor profile. Fantastic beer. And right now, the seasonals, Pumpkin and Lager, Carbachtoberfest, you're going to be able to find those in all kinds of grocery stores and liquor stores. But like I said, the Carbach has their beer all over San Antonio, not just the stores. They're in bars and restaurants as well. So when you're out watching the games tonight, go ahead and ask your bartender, please make it a Carbach.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Jerry World in Arlington. Pregame at 6.
I like this kind of party!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94-1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Football season is at Tamalitos Mexican Restaurant with daily specials that hit harder than a linebacker and game day plates that score big. Tamalitos is your go-to plate. Proud sponsor of the San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Tournament. Tamalitos, where every bite's a touchdown.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
The right stuff. Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelis Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
The Fall Golf. Year's tournament sponsor. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
It's the Cowboys from Hell with your hosts, Axeman and the Bobcat. Oh. Take it away, boys, and try to keep it clean.
Axeman and the Bobcat here with the Torta Blaster.
Yeah.
Victor Brown.
That's right.
Don't adjust your set.
What's going on the set?
I just don't adjust your radio.
Oh no, yeah,
it's
just us.
We're still here.
It's just us. Yeah, there is some. There is a little crazy talk in the chat about Patrick Mahomes has now been exposed.
Exposed as what?
I'm not really
he's a fraud.
sure.
That guy sucks.
I'm not really sure. He says Mahomes shouldn't be a 92 rating on Madden. Well, I don't. First of all, I don't know about Madden, but
First of all, I love Madden as much as the next guy, but Madden only quantifies quantifiable things.
all I know is he just keeps winning Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, I love Madden as the next, and as long as it translates to ones and zeros, I get it. But there is far more to that to Mahomes than that.
Yeah, and he keeps beating my team every single year. So yeah, he's good.
He's a witch.
Now,
just accept the fact that
I'm
he
not
does
saying-
things that the normal humans can't.
Yeah, and it's such a witch that we should light him on fire, maybe.
Pretty much, because I don't think he's going to float.
Yeah, well, it's time. Let's end it. You know what? Maybe if the part of me is cheering for the Ravens on Sunday, because it would be nice to have a playoffs without Patrick Mahomes.
I pretty
I'd
much
be
root
for
against
that.
Kansas City every time they're on TV.
I do too.
I don't hate them, but I just root against them.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hate them.
I mean, you have every right to. I'm personally, I mean, I don't hate them, but I certainly don't root for them.
Yeah, I don't want them to win. But also, like I know currently, again, I still think the Ravens are a better team than the Chiefs, so I should theoretically want the Chiefs to win. But the world would be a better place if the Chiefs didn't even make the playoffs.
As a Buffalo fan, you watched this weekend's game much like I watched Texas OU. I'm fine with whatever happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe that's the way
One
I'll
of the
just
teams
watch
I
it.
hate's going to lose, so that's fine.
But, and I know someone's going to say if let's say the Chiefs don't make the playoffs and Josh Allen wins a Super Bowl, people say, oh, yeah, he won it because the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs. I'll say I don't care.
That won't stick.
Didn't matter.
That won't stick.
I'm fine with it.
The only people that lob that hand grenade are Chief fans, and that won't stick.
I'm not one of these fans that said, oh, I want my team to beat the best. No, I want, like, the path to break down. Like, that's ideally.
When the Spurs won their first title in '99, that was a strike-sorting season, and Phil tried to throw the asterisk at us, and for a couple of weeks it made us mad. Then we realized it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We got the ring.
Yeah, I'd like to see them just completely collapse, and I think it's not just because it's Patrick Mahomes, but it's also
fatigue.
There is fatigue, and it's Kelsey fatigue, it's Mahomes fatigue, it's Andy Reid fatigue,
Which is hard to believe, but I'm a little tired of it.
I've reached the point. Good God, I've reached the point. Like, the new commercial with Meghan Trainor, and Patrick Mahomes. Give me your arm.
Oh, yeah.
He plays sports.
Yeah.
Give it up for Patrick. He does sports.
He does.
Yeah, he does sports. And she sounds like a robot. Give me your arm. That's not what that's for.
It's fatigue.
Oh, yeah, I'm just done with all of them.
Tired of all the Kelseys, the brothers, the mom, the wives. I'm tired of that.
All that being said, I'm not here to say Patrick Mahomes has been exposed as a player. Now, has he been overexposed in commercials? Yes.
And
is he exposed as a player? No.
Yeah, he's exposed as the greatest quarterback of this generation. It's been a short one because Brady hadn't been gone long, but he is that. And everything's got a time limit. Everything's got an expiration date. We're not at his yet, but time's ticking.
I think so. And tick, 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 tick,
Couldn't
tick,
tick fast
tick,
enough.
tick, 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 tick. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. All right. Back to the other teams in the NFL. Enough about that one. Good golly, enough about that one. I guess we can talk about your team, Rob, the Dallas Cowboys, who we talked earlier in the show about IR being a consideration at minimum for CeeDee Lamb and IR likely, I think, for Booker. Is it now with Jerry saying this is still a playoff team? Do you expect the Cowboys to be the kind of team that goes out and tries to make a move, or do you think
I do?
I
do.
don't mean for CD. I think obviously, now we've got cluster injuries on the offensive line.
It wouldn't shock me to see. There's not much you can do. I don't see a blockbuster coming, but it wouldn't shock me to see some guys coming off practice squads and some low end, late round trades for a little bit of talent right about now, because the fact of the matter is, because he didn't sign Mike, he's got a little bit of money in the bank, and he's got to keep some fans at least reasonably involved.
Although he paid everybody right after that.
Yeah, but he still didn't do that Micah thing, so it wouldn't shock me. The fact that they brought in Clowney was an admittance that that line's awful, and now you admit that this offensive line probably needs a little bit of help, and there's probably a practice squad dude someplace that could fill the void. It wouldn't shock me to be a little bit more active. I don't expect some kind of big time move, but I think it's probably professionally he kind of needs to do this.
They're running out of bodies on the offensive line.
It's not like it's a fix, but professionally you kind of go find some bodies. So I think I wouldn't be surprised to see some waiver wire activity, but I don't think anything more than like a late round trade pick would be the highest thing that they would do.
I also wonder if the Cowboys' prognosis for the playoffs changes after this weekend. Like, if you are not competitive in this game, do you start looking towards
AJ,
the long term?
Don't you think in the inner sanctum of the star, the inner sanctum, the place where you got to get through 2 security guards, and there's the private room where you can have your Johnny Walker Blue and you can tell the truth-telling room. They already know they're not going to the playoffs.
I think
the moment they traded Micah, they knew. Now they can act as if, and they can portray, and that's one of the reasons I expect Jerry to do something, because it will further the act. But they knew the moment they made this deal that they were not going to be playoff material. I mean, they can't admit it to Dak, although even Dak knew. I mean, if you can't get rid of this kind of talent with no recompense and think you're going to be anywhere close to where you were, and where you were was not a playoff team.
And again, it goes back to what we talked about earlier. There is nothing worse than having a non-competitive team when you have paid a quarterback like he's a top 5 quarterback.
So you got to.
There's no way to fix it now.
So now the moment they traded Micah, and you can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel is when Dak is then movable, which we're about a year away. When a team can take a bite of this and kind of take some, do the things that old quarterbacks have happen to them. And you start the process today. And I think the moment they traded Micah, we start looking for the next iteration of what the Dallas Cowboys will be, minus Micah, with CD probably, but without Dak in the.
See, I don't know if Jerry feels that way, because I
don't ever say it.
I don't know that Jerry's to the. I do think in the room of truth that you speak of, Jerry can say, "We're not a playoff team this year." I think he probably looks in there in that room and says it real quietly. I don't think he's ready to say, I was totally wrong about that.
No,
he'll never say that.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. No, he will never admit that. And I will agree that in his heart of hearts, he wants Dak to be the quarterback that wins it. So I'm still going to try to do everything I can to help him. But to do that, I had to get rid of Micah.
He said, he's like, I still think we're a playoff team because we got number 4. That's still what he's holding on to.
I want somebody to love me the way he loves Dak.
I know, man. Good golly, he loves him. I just don't know. Again, I don't know where you start to repair everything else. And let's face it, Dak is not the biggest problem with this team.
No,
he's not even close.
He's the highlight, quite frankly. I mean, he hadn't been perfect, but he's been consistently the best player.
But the thing is, Dak is not doing enough to.
He can't. That's the problem. We're back to it again. He's getting paid superstar money to be a high average quarterback, and at high average, he has to have CD on the field. He has to have an effective Pickens. He has to have a running game. He has to have 2 of those 3 things at all times for the Cowboys to be a high-end football team. And without them, they're just average to bad. That's just what the Cowboys are.
Where is it? Joe says, no new episodes of Micah's podcast. Last year was updating every week. This year he ain't doing bleep.
Oh, give it time.
Yeah, well, but guess what? He ain't doing bleep. But Jerry Jones has been on Michael Irvin's podcast. He's been on Stephen A. Smith's podcast. He's been on Alex Rodriguez's podcast. But he wants Micah to focus on football. Okay, Jerry.
I own the team.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you're also the GM, right? You want to make your role big. You should be all in with everybody else.
Hey, he told me to stick that contract up my ass.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah. This is what a mess. And now they got to pay. They got to pay their best player. Now the Cowboys do. They got to pay Brandon Aubrey before someone else comes and gets him.
Which write the check. Just give him a blank check and let
Whatever
him fill
you need,
it out,
bro.
Jerry.
Yeah, we're gonna keep you around. The rest of it, oof, it ain't looking good right now. for Dallas. And like I said, if they're non-competitive this weekend, I think we have to start looking at the season in a different light.
Well, I think I've already come to the realization, all I want from the Cowboys is 35 points a week. That's it. If you'll just give me that, I don't care if you lose every game. Just be fun. Give me 5 touchdowns a game. Make it look like you're at least halfway involved in the fourth quarter. I'm fine. This team's got to be rebuilt. We need a lot of high draft picks. We need more than just Green Bay's. We need ours. I'd be trading, getting more draft picks. So be entertaining, but be bad. Mediocrity is no place for us. I've been there for too long. Be entertaining and be bad.
What do you consider bad in the NFL? Like how many wins?
Bad is anything under 6 wins.
I agree. I think if you're 6 wins, you're below average.
You're doing stupid stuff. You shot yourself in the foot a couple times.
You're not dreadful.
Yeah.
The Cowboys haven't had fewer than 6 wins since 2015.
Mediocrity sucks, man. There's no way out. It is quicksand. You just treading, trying to keep your nose out of the sand, and you can do that for a long time, man. It just keeping me mad all the time as a fan. I want 35 points a game. That's all I ask. If you win, that's fine. But if you're getting 35 a game, at least I'm involved for 4 quarters.
I texted Minix yesterday during their show. I was driving around. I was hearing the blitz, and Jason and Joe were bitching about Cowboys, and then they started talking to Pledger about the Texans, and I texted him. I was like, man, I'm listening to you guys' show, and I can't relate at all. And I sent him a Josh Allen thumbs up emoji, and
I'm sure that brought up a Super Bowl.
And Minix said something like, "Oh, you can relate." And I said, "Well, listen, man." And he showed like a picture of Jim Kelly. And
you see,
now listen,
30 years ago,
I know big game failure as much as anybody as a Bills fan. I've seen plenty of big game failure, but the Bills have almost never been like a laughing stock. Like the way I worded it to Minix is, I've never woken up as a Bills fan thinking, oh, we're probably going to lose by 30 today, like every week, just like hoping my team isn't going to humiliate me. Yeah. And that's where Cowboys and Texans fans are right now. They're like,
man, I hope it ain't that
I've
bad.
been humiliated by so many different things in so many different ways. I don't know.
Like, do you think there's a bunch of Cowboy fans who are like, we're going to beat the Packers this week?
Yes. There's more of them waking up this morning believing they can than those that can't. I guarantee. There's a reason this fan. Well, I mean, they're doing it 30 years. We've been delusional forever.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, the preponderance of Cowboy fan, 51%, woke up this morning with a plan as to how they're going to beat Green Bay.
Yeah. I don't think it's even a reasonable ask, quite frankly.
All I ask is 35 points. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to.
No, but I mean,
even
that's a minimal ask. I mean, I'm not asking for a win.
Yeah. Do you think Jason Minix believes the Cowboys are going to win this weekend? Like, if you were in the room of truth,
I can tell you that he would tell you how they will beat them. You know what I mean?
If he were in that Jerry room of truth, he would say,
No, Jason's a realist. He knows they can't beat him. Okay. He's a realist. He really is. No, it's true. Jason, I mean, sadly, in the business we're in, he has to admit to himself that this sucks. And I think in his heart of hearts, he would go, no, this team is bad, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. We'll see how long it takes to get worse. B. Hannon says Phillip Rivers made a Bills player retire at halftime. They were beating the Bills that bad. Well, you know what? I'll take a beatdown by Phillip Rivers over a beatdown by Caleb Williams and 2025 Russell Wilson. Like those kind of beat. I can't take those beatdowns. Those are impossible to overcome.
Phillip Rivers. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Phillip Rivers is what you came with? All right.
Let's take a break. We'll wrap up the third hour of the Man, time is flying, isn't it?
We got some beer to talk to.
We'll have Eric Warner on at 9 o'clock. No, I don't think we've got beer today. Rob's already cracked one.
Oh, he's already got one.
But we'll talk to Eric Warner coming up at 9 o'clock. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Did you wake up this morning free of pain, ready to attack the day like you were when you were 15? If that was you, carry on. But if you did wake up with something just keeping you out of your life, something so painful that you can't do something that you love or need to do, Stop. Life is too short. Call Arasti. Arasti providers are all around San Antonio with one goal in mind, and that is to get you out of pain and as fast as possible. And they're good at it. Trust me, I know. On average, under 4 visits gets an Arasti patient back in the game. So what are you waiting on? If you're dealing with a sprain or a strain, or you're dealing with lower back issues, or maybe it's a frozen shoulder or one of those knees that keeps popping and won't let you move around. Maybe it's your bad feet that are keeping you out of life. You know, Arasti can take care of all of those things and many more. If you're dealing with those kind of soft tissue injuries, you don't have to wait. They can get fixed, and it's due to Arasti's approach. See, they attack the problems in different ways than your general practitioner. They're not going to prescribe you a pill to hide the pain. They're certainly not going to chase surgery to prolong the pain. They're going to find out what the problem is and get you fixed as fast as possible. They accept most insurances as you walk in the door, and here's the good news. You don't need to wait for that appointment. They're available today. Call them right now. The number is 1-800-404-6050. The website is Arasti.com. You can book from there. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call Arasti today. They're going to get you fixed, and when they do, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident on 35 southbound at Walters. Left lane has you stop and go from Ben's Engelman, so tack on at least an extra 6-8 minutes to your commute. 410 northbound, Medina Base Road. That wreck is off to the shoulder. A vehicle fire on 410 northbound at Marbach is in the left lane. Loop 410 northbound Ingram, accident left lane. This one just came in. A 10-12 minute delay has you slow from Lakeside Parkway. 35 southbound Judson Road. That's a stall right lane. About an 8-10 minute commute has you slow from Evans. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm. How can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Synergenics and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a game. Winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Let's see. Where was it? Somebody was saying about... Oh, here you go, Dylan. My team has never embarrassed me. Bills fans forget their best seasons from 99 to 2019 were 9 wins. Like, I mean, you're right. It was a long, long drought. Yeah. But it was like... And I'm with Rob. I would rather be dreadful. But it was like 6, 7, 8 wins every year. And it was never better than that. It was just... That's what it was. It was 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. And there was, like, the year that they ended up the highest the Bills have ever picked in, like, I think since I've been a fan was number 4, and it was after the 2001 season.
Who was it?
Mike Williams, who was was a tackle from Texas that was like,
I remember,
like the best offensive line in the country apparently, and couldn't play a lick in the NFL. He was a giant dud, but like ideally, you want to, like, if you're going to be bad enough to get, like, a top 5 pick, get a franchise-changing pick, and that's when the Bills were jacking around with Doug Flutie and Rob Johnson, and it's like, you want someone to just show up and be, like, a real person that, you know,
right.
You can so, I'm not saying that being embarrassed is the worst. Sometimes it's good to take a year of embarrassment because you can actually get you players that can fix you.
You know, the secret to success in most things, in NFL and professional sports and in personal stuff, is understanding who you are. And once you know who you are, there's no embarrassment. You know you're a bad team, accept the fact you're a bad football team, and start taking those little steps to get better. And those little steps to get better don't necessarily reflect in wins immediately. They reflect in wins down the road. So you might get hammered for a year, but if you're working towards something bigger and better, there's no humiliation in that. The humiliation is staying at 7 wins for 6, 7, 8, 9 years in a row and never doing anything to get yourself out of that. That's the humiliating part. And that's where Cowboy fans have just lost. They're lost in this humiliating where we're not them. At least we're not 2-win team. We're still beating a good team a year. Well, you know, that's the humiliating part, is the fact that you were capable of one time a year beating a good team. And the Cowboys always do. They beat a good team once a year. But the rest is just humiliating. And you get lost in the fact that mediocrity is the worst place to be. The worst.
What's the who's the shortest term coach for the Cowboys since Jerry's been here?
Oh, Chan Gailey had a short one. Dave Campo, it's one of those two.
Okay, and they were back to back, right?
Yeah, real close.
Okay. Is there a world? And what was Dave? What was Chan Gailey 2 years?
If he had 2,
okay.
Yeah.
It didn't Chan Gailey actually like win some games? Like
he took over a pretty good team. You know, he took over after the Switzer, the end of the regime.
But
stuff.
Am I wrong? Chan Gailey, in the time he was in Dallas, never missed the playoffs, and he still got fired.
That wouldn't be outlandish, because he still had some talent on that team.
Well, yeah,
probably made the playoffs. Yeah.
I wonder if it's a complete disaster, and I know Dave Campo never had success here.
No, the thing about Campo, Dave Campo always looked on the sidelines like he'd lost his keys. Like, he always looked like, anybody see my keys? I got to get out of here later. Chan was just like miscast. It was way over. Shoddy, the best thing, and this is a terrible thing to say, but the best thing that could have happened for Shoddy's long-term success was trading Micah.
You think so?
Because it gave him, in the eyes of his owner, yes, a year, well, probably 2 years, when you think of the value of giving up a generational defensive talent, to say, yeah, but I don't have Micah. And then, I started behind the 8 ball. I started my coaching career with a pretty functioning offense. He got a pretty good setup there, but he got half a defense.
Okay, so the 98-99, Chan Gailey was here 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
10-6, 8-8.
Yeah.
Playoffs both times, but out in the wild card round both times. Once to the Cardinals, once to the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Dave Campo, 3 years, 5-11, all 3 years, and fired.
3 years.
Okay, so
Cowboys had Dave Campo for 3 years as their head coach.
Yeah, well,
God.
The Bills also had Chan Gailey, and it went about that well for them also. It was him or Greg Williams. I'm not sure who had the worst tenure in Buffalo, but Chan Gailey was up there for worst, because the Bills had Marv Levy. Mm-hmm. They had a short time of good Wade Phillips.
Right, that's right. I forgot about that.
They ran Wade Phillips out for being just kind of good and not being Marv Levy. And then it was just a who's who of bad coaching hires until Sean McDermott. And, the Cowboys are still kind of waiting for that, since Parcells, waiting for who's that next
absolutely
guy.
And Parcells never worked out either. I mean, it was he did as good as he could given the give and take he had to have with Jerry, but that wasn't a successful pairing at all.
But I mean, he had 4 seasons. He had 3 winning seasons. That ain't bad. What I mean?
So much more was expected, and so much more should have happened. But Jerry and Bill, after about a month, realized they hate each other.
Right.
They didn't like each other at all.
And also, Bill Parcells probably could have been better had he been allowed to make football decisions.
Absolutely. Terrell Owens, he never called him by his name. He was just that number 81. So no, it was a mess. Now,
but I guess the whole question is, what's the leash on Schottenheimer?
I think he's got a long.
If it's disastrous.
You just brought it up. Dave Campo got 3 years. Now that was 2 years too long. But the real one was Chan Gailey. I think Chan Gailey had that 10-6 team that was all manufactured by previous talent. He just kind of guided it. And then that 8-8 team, it kind of was like, okay, now we know you're not going to be capable. I think the moment Micah got traded, that gave him at least another year. So I think that what did he get, a 5-year deal? I think that he is safe for 3 years. I can't imagine, unless things just utterly collapse and Dak, for some reason, is out on him, which would be a death nail to any of the head coaches, because we've already talked about it many times. There's nothing that Dak can do wrong in Jerry's eyes, and if Dak doesn't like the head coach, he's gone. He's gone. Yeah. I just believe that. So I think he's going to get some extra time, and part of it is his personality. I think that if you're going to be awful, you need a guy like Shoddy around in the locker room, because he's kind of an upbeat kind of, the glass is half full kind of a guy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Because if you're awful, you don't want a Parcells stomping around, because the world is over and everything's burning down.
I'm just curious, like, if this season's an abject disaster, if this is
it's going to be
a 4 or 5 win season.
Except the fact that, for Cowboy fan, except the fact that 6 wins is the ceiling on this team. It's real. This is not a joke. There's no defense. They can stop no one, and the injuries are already starting.
So that means, in your mind, this team is worse than it was a year ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that I'm not saying they're going to fire him after 1 year, but if they have, because McCarthy's last year they missed the playoffs, and they're going to miss the playoffs this year, I think he'll have one more chance. And if they don't make the playoff, the Cowboys aren't going to sit around and go 4 years in a row without the playoffs.
If it's awful next year too, with the extra draft picks, and there's no improvement to be seen, yeah, he's gone too. But without Micah, they're worse. This team is markedly worse with one. And it's significant with the loss of just one dude, but they are worse.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't be better.
I'm interested to see how Jerry, because they're all still sticking to the role right now of, this, like, the Micah thing was a good idea, and you can hear it in Shoddy. I don't know if we have a clip of him today talking about it, but when they talk to him about Okay, here it is. Here's it. I'll stop talking myself and let the man say it himself. Shoddy talking about the pass rush, because this has been they've all been very sensitive. Anytime someone brings up the pass rush, it's not all about pass rush. It's not defense is a lot of things,
influencing and trapping in the pocket.
Here's when they asked him at the presser about the pass rush.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, the defense it's all tied together. And are we getting enough pressure on the quarterback? No.
First time I've heard him say that.
We can be better. Come out of that game with no sacks is not good enough. Again, there's things that we can do, and there's, from a scheme standpoint, but certainly a coverage's best friend is the pass rush. And again, I think, there's been highs of where we've rushed it pretty well, and it's been good. And then there's been times where the pass rush hasn't been there. And so we're looking at that. One of the things we're doing is a little early self-scout, and saying, okay, what do we do well? And the things that we do well, you'll see us probably do more of. And the things that we don't do well, you'll see us do less of. But this
follow-up, Coach.
Team game, and certainly on defense, it takes all 11 to affect the quarterback.
What do we do well, Coach?
How about this?
Follow-up, what exactly does the defense do well?
Coach AJ Hoffman, San Antonio Sports Star. So you say the stuff you don't do well, like rushing the passer, you're going to do less of that?
No, we're going to run backwards.
Yeah.
We're not going to have a front four.
We're just going to run.
We're going to have a mid-7. We're going to have but we have 7 linebackers lined up. I know, but desperate times, desperate measures.
Then they said, well, what have you learned about your line since Mike has been gone?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you saw a guy like Donovan Ezeraku. He's had 2 great games, not just one. Marshawn Nealon playing a very high level. Kenny Clark, I mean, can't tell you, how lucky we are to have him.
He's hurt, by the way, Coach.
Again, it's not been good enough as a team, and that's what we are. We're a football team, and it's the fleeting life of an NFL coach and player. You're high last week when you find a way to beat the Giants, and then you lose to a good Bears team. I've been saying it all week. They're a good Bears team.
We can't say every team is good.
That's the life we live.
We can't every team that beats you can't be good.
But if they beat you, you have to say that, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's why everybody will say it before they play the game too. Like, oh, we're going to play a good football team. The Giants objectively are a bad team. Like, so don't say like we got a good win over a good football team in the Giants. No, that they're bad.
They're an NFL team, so they got some talented dudes, but no, they're not good. This just does not strike fear in your heart when you see Sam Williams, Kenny Clark, Osa Odighizuwa, Dante Fowler, Jay Toya, Solomon Thomas, Marshawn Nealon. And yeah, we could talk about Ezewaniku. He's your third stringer. Yeah, he had a little burst play, but he can't even get on the court. I mean, so yeah, this doesn't strike fear. This is an honest appraisal of a bad defense.
Packers 7-point favorites as it stands going into Dallas next week.
I wouldn't bet the underdog on this one.
I wouldn't be in a rush to. No. All right, we'll talk some beer on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Prime Big Deal Days. Prime Big Deal Days are happening on October 7th and 8th with savings up to 40% off. This is your chance to grab that item you've been thinking about. It's Prime Big Deal Days, coming soon, October 7th and 8th.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
And Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
Make the Break Room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. Watch all the college and NFL games on the 17 HD TVs. The Break Room shows all UFC and boxing events with no cover. The kitchen is open daily until midnight with karaoke on Tuesday nights and a DJ every Friday with pool, darts, video games, a patio. It's more than your average neighborhood bar. So check out the Break Room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the Break Room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events.
Dude, did you order the new iPhone 17 Pro? Got it from Verizon, the best 5G network in America. I've never looked so good.
You look the same.
But with this camera, everything looks better, especially me.
You haven't changed your hair in 15 years. Selfies? Check, please.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever. With eligible phone trade-in and unlimited ultimate. Any condition guaranteed. Best 5G source root metrics data, United States, 1H 2025. All rights reserved. Trade-in and additional terms apply for all offers. See Verizon.com for details.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero college football post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident on 35 southbound at Walters. Left lane has you stop and go from Ben's Engelman, so tack on at least an extra 6-8 minutes to your commute. 410 northbound Medina Base Road. That wreck is off to the shoulder. A vehicle fire on 410 northbound at Marbach is in the left lane. Loop 410 northbound Ingram. Accident left lane. This one just came in. A 10-12 minute delay has you slow from Lakeside Parkway. 35 southbound Judson Road. That's a stall right lane. About an 8-10 minute commute has you slow from Evans. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In Monday Night Football, the Lions ran over the Ravens, sacking Lamar Jackson 7 times in a 38-30 win. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has a high ankle sprain suffered in the loss to the Bears. He's expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks. In other injury news, offensive guard Tyler Booker also suffered a high ankle sprain. The loss will have him out potentially the same amount of time. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Claymore says, let's see you ask these tough questions on Friday. I mean, this is the first time I feel like last year when they stunk, we asked Mike McCarthy, why do you guys stink? Like, I don't think either of us are afraid to ask tough questions.
We haven't had to ask a tough question to Shoddy. There hadn't been, we've had a moral victory and a win.
Yeah.
So this is we finally got the real Cowboys. So, yeah, there's going to be some questions to ask.
I think so. This is the first time, like I said, this is the first time that he's going to wake up on a Monday and go, oh, man, now I'm the coach of the Cowboys, and we just got our ass kicked by a meh team.
And I got 2 dudes going on the IR.
It's a different feel, Bubba. This is the first time that he's had to eat the bleep, is what I call it, of being this is the first time you realize why these coaches make so much money. Because week 1 wasn't hard. You know,
it was a moral victory, man.
Yeah,
everybody
was like, oh, hey, hell of a job, coach. You almost got him. You'll get him next time.
Better than we thought.
And week 2, even though you look like ass, still got to win. Hey, way to go, coach. Way to get that first W. Now you can't put a positive spin on what happened. There's no positive spin on that. This is when you've got to eat the bleep. Mm-hmm. And that's what he's going to do. All right. Let's go to the Buyer's Barricade guest line, and where we'll drink it. We'll drink it up with Eric Warner. Eric Warner, the head brewer, the brewmeister emeritus at Carbach Brewing. Good morning, Eric Warner.
Hey, good morning, A.J. Hoffman. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
How's are you up in the mountains? How's life up there?
It's great. I'm actually looking out at some snow-capped peaks, and it's 38 degrees.
Oh, my.
Oh, man.
What a terrible time.
I have no reason to hate you at all.
No.
Right.
None at all.
What's 38 in my room right now?
Well, come January, when it's been a couple months of, being in the teens, that's the time to be in Texas. But you guys, fall is in the air down there a little bit too, talking football. We got all kinds of exciting, this is the best time of year is being a brewer, because I'm going down to Denver tomorrow to judge the Great American Beer Festival. We are non-emeritus brewmaster, who's also going to be there. He's in Yakima right now.
Is he sniffing hops?
Sniffing hops.
I knew it.
Yeah, it's a glorious time of year in the brewing. And of course, the Oktoberfest in Munich kicked off a couple days ago.
Yeah, man. And you guys are on weekend 2 of Carbachtoberfest down in Houston.
Wish I had a weenie dog.
Yeah, you guys have different events every. Last weekend was things opened up, and you guys had Stein hoisting contests and wiener dog races and stuff like that. We're gonna do it all again. Get some more Stein and some. The bratwurst toss is going to be going on. Do you miss, now that you're emeritus and you live up in the mountains, you don't do this stuff, but do you miss seeing all the nonsense that goes on at these big weekends like this?
Oh yeah, I mean that stuff never stops, ceases to be entertaining. Especially if you're a little behind pace and you watch all the shenanigans going on with everyone else. And then, getting to my age, it's like, yeah, okay, maybe I'm only having a couple liters of beer instead of 5 or 6.
Yeah. When's the last time that you flew out to Germany for Oktoberfest?
It was 3 years ago. And speaking of that, yeah, somebody got overserved, had to go back the next day to Lost and Found and try to find a jacket that he'd had for 30 years and sunglasses, and it was all gone, man. It was a walk of shame.
I got to do that. I got to do that trip with you, man. I got to.
Let's go, man. Let's do it one of these years, dude. My wife's kind of like over it, so it'd be perfect. We can get some dudes together and do it.
Let's write it off as a work trip.
Is there a preferred fest? Is it the one in Munich, or is there one around the country that you haven't been to, or is there only the one in Munich that's worth going?
It's funny. That's a great question, Rob. Like in Germany, a lot of the locals, they actually do prefer some of the, they call them People's Fest, People's Party, Volksfest is what they call them. But they occur all throughout late summer, early fall, and like every, decent-sized town in Bavaria has one of these going on, and the local brewery, supplies the beer. So if you're looking for a little more intimate, it's kind of like the difference between going to a stadium show, and that's cool to see the light show and see your big favorite band, and versus, going to a 700-seat club and seeing, a little more of an indie band.
I want to go somewhere that if I throw up, it'll be hard to tell who threw up.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? It'll be like, somebody else did that. Yeah. I can't believe that guy threw up.
That's
and
the entire
people
gutter.
will just
it's
move
just
on.
Vomit and urine. That's the best thing about these parties.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. All right, Eric, what's in the hoppers over at Karbach? What are you guys working on right now?
Well, we of course, we've talked about this last couple shows, but just a quick re-emphasis on, the Karbach Oktoberfest beer is out there. It's great. We also have the Pumpkin in Lager, which is sort of a riff on our old Mother in Lager recipe with some light pumpkin and light spice additions. So it's very drinkable. And then, it's just a great fall time. Now's a good time to grab an IPA. We have a full stable of IPAs available. And so, with the cooler weather coming and, when it's 100 degrees, Love Street's the beer. That's very clear. But once the weather turns a little bit, it's a great time to grab some IPAs. And then we have the we talked about this last time, right? We have our holiday beer coming up this year, which is going to be kind of fun. It's going to be a riff, a little bit of a riff beer-wise on the old You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, but this is going to be Yuletide Confessions. And
what's the difference there?
Is it a red ale?
This is going to be a little bit darker. The You'll Shoot Your Eye Out that closer to the original we had. A little stronger, a little darker, a little richer. So very much looking forward to that.
A Christmas time beer.
We like
that's
that.
What we're looking for.
So when
Exactly.
I want to know in your status as a brewmaster emeritus and all this, when you go judge a beer contest like this, are you judging a specific category? Are you there to judge 3 different types, or are you there kind of just to pick the beer that you like the most?
Yeah, great question, Rob. So the way the Great American Beer Festival works is they have like over 100 categories, and they award a gold, silver, and bronze in each category. And so a couple things, my wheelhouse is the German-style beers.
Right.
So they'll try to put me judging those categories. I, of course, cannot, nor can Mitch, our brewmaster, we can't judge
your own
anything, a style that's right, the Karbach's entered in. So most of the time I get categories that I want. You fill out a little form prior to the deal saying, hey, here's the categories I think I'm quote unquote expert in, or I would really like to try. Here's the categories I absolutely hate, don't want to try, but I'm a team player, guys.
Tough gig.
Somebody's got to step up and judge the non-alcoholic beers. I'll do that. And actually, it's kind of interesting because that category's grown so much. It's sort of interesting to see how those have gotten better and better year after year.
Now, like you said, Carbach has some beer in this mix here, but not any beers that you guys are going to be able to vote on. What's Carbach entered in for the GABF?
We have a lot of our staples in there. Hopadillo, our full lineup, and then just some fun things coming out of the innovation system. For example, the rhubarbed that was the Fun Series beer just prior to the pumpkin and lager. That started off as a whim on the innovation system a couple of years ago. We entered it in the World Beer Cup, which is a very similar format run by the Brewers Association, same judging format, and we won a medal for that. So it was like, maybe we're onto something here. Let's turn this into a production level beer. So, these competitions can be great springboards for future releases that you can grab on the shelf.
That's another thing I need to get out there and do is the GABF.
I'm wondering why I'm not there already. I'm looking at the site. It looks like it's awesome.
Yeah.
What a blast.
Hey, Eric, next year if you need a couple guys to go pour Carbach's beer.
Yeah, we'll help.
We'll do it, man.
I'll even judge the non-alcoholic beer contest.
Anything to get into the show.
I'm just here to help.
Whatever.
That's all you need.
Whatever gets the job done. All right, Eric. Before we let you go, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that your Broncos are so far a massive disappointment. Would you agree?
Hey guys, I'm having a little trouble with the connection.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
So's your quarterback.
All right.
Yeah. We're seeing this same regression, that unfortunately looks like it's happening a little bit with CJ. I'm obviously, having lived in Texas for over a decade, the Texans and the Astros became my kind of adopted team. Well, the Astros are actually my preferred team because the Rockies ownership is so damn cheap. But
what are the Rockies?
Yeah,
that's a baseball team? A real?
Yeah, exactly. But it's funny. I'm in a fantasy group with my son and a bunch of his buddies who I know from when he was growing up, and we're all like, dogging on these overthrown balls that Nix has thrown. And the comment I made is like, I'm so sick and tired of, for a decade, the defense has carried this team, and it's a little bit the opposite of what's going on with the Cowboys, right? Like the offense will put points on the board for the Cowboys, but my goodness, that defensive performance the other day was atrocious. But if Sean Payton, if anybody can get it figured out, it'll be him. So I'm still pretty optimistic on this season.
I guess I guess if I had asked you before the season, through 3 weeks, would you be happy to be tied with Kansas City in the standings? You probably would have said yes. So here we are.
Yeah, I mean, I think 2-1 would have been a realistic outcome, and that's the thing. Like, gosh, you could easily be 3-0. They could also easily be 0-3.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Tennessee gave them all they had in that opener. So as long as you're kind of in competitive games, that's kind of a good sign. But yeah, the quarterback's got to get some things figured out here pretty quick.
All right, Eric, enjoy the GABF, enjoy the beer tasting and the hop sniffing and all that good stuff, and we'll do it again next month, and you can catch us up on what the best stuff you tried was.
Look forward to it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Take care.
All right, and make sure you sign us up for pouring next year. Rob and I, we're
All
professionals.
right. But no vomit cleanup.
I'd be there working.
No.
What do you mean?
Just here to help.
Come on. All right, that is Eric Warner, the brewmaster emeritus at Carbach Brewing, one of our fine sponsors here at the radio station. He and all our guests join us via the Buyers Barricades guest line online at buyersbarricades.com. They provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. A lot of people, I thought knew that, but maybe they didn't. Now everyone knows. All right, Rob. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. And, and then we're almost done. I can't believe this show's, for a Tuesday, this show's flown by. Because we're already almost to the daily lines.
Really
The show's almost over, friends.
Fast-paced.
Sorry, guys, we can't be here all day. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
You know, Connecticut water softeners have been part of my house, part of my home life since I can remember. I've owned 3 homes around San Antonio, and every one of them, whether I built it or bought it, I put a Connecticut in because I learned early on the quality that Connecticut brings. In that I never had to talk or think about my Connecticut water softener. I put it in and never had another worry. Never worried about my appliances, my pipes, my hair, my skin, always taken care of by the very best you can find in a Connecticut water softener. It's hard to describe. The Connecticut's I just don't think about. You don't even plug in a Connecticut water softener. It only works when you turn on your faucet or your sink or whatever appliance it might be. It doesn't run through extra salt. It does exactly what it says it's going to do all the time. I was told when I got the things that I had a great warranty. I can tell you today, I have never once had to call Connecticut to come out and fix the things. They just work. And now's the time to get one. If you've been waiting or you're just trying to make a decision, decide today. Write this number down, 656-PURE, because if you call them now, Connecticut will come out to your home and put a water softener in your home. If it's already plumbed for it, without a price, without a cost. For 90 days, you're going to find out what I'm talking about, free of charge. When you decide to buy, there's money in your old water softener with approved credit. There's 0% financing and a gift, really a fantastic addition. It's a reverse osmosis drinking station that goes on your sink. They've got the decor to match yours, and there will never be another water bottle in your life. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. So what are you waiting on? Call Connecticut today. Get all the details at ConnecticutSA.com. But don't wait on this. It's not going to last forever. Call Connecticut today. Get the very best. And I know you're going to come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning as we get out of the morning rush hour into the midday. Still working a couple of trouble spots. 1604 eastbound Nacogdoches wreck causing about a 15-minute delay. Slow from O'Connor. And on 410 northbound Marbach, that wreck is in the right lane. Has you a bit slow from Highway 90. Definitely slowing down along 35 southbound FM 1518 on down to Loop 410. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to SASportsStar.com now and register to win. SASportsStar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. People don't trust car buyers. People think the price is going to be wrong, and people think it's going to be a hassle. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is what we do at GiveMeTheVin.com, and that's what makes us America's best car buyer. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now and get a quote on yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94-1. San Antonio Sports Stars. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Jerry World in Arlington. Pre-game at 6.
I like this kind of party!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94-1. San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I hope not.
Nah.
You shouldn't. Don't do that.
Nope.
Sometimes I think Tupac,
Yeah.
Tupac and I lived a different life.
Little bit. Yeah.
I hear he's living in Pasadena raising pit bulls.
He could be.
Was he a Bills fan?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, man. Let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. And a couple good things going on here. How about this one? Charlie Sheen is all over right now. He is all over.
I watched his documentary.
Now, what'd you think of it?
I want to party with that cowboy.
No, do you, though?
Man, back in the day, he lived a life. He said, and I tend to believe, he spent $100 million on coke.
Oh, my God. Really?
$100 million.
How was he alive?
This story says that he was cut off from the cartel. He said the cartel that he was dealing with had never moved so much weight at once, and they were like, yeah, we're not going to do that. This isn't like, the pizza delivery guy who brings you blow on a Friday night being like, oh, I can't get you that much. This is a cartel that was like, no, man, we don't move those numbers.
We're all going to go down if we get caught with this one.
That's too much.
Damn. But Charlie's also revealed that he was held hostage at one point by former sex partners who were blackmailing with threats of sex tape leaks. And he recently came out publicly and said,
Denise Richards knew that he was playing on both sides of the field.
Yeah, Charlie admitted to having sex with men. And he said for a long time it was like, I got to pay to keep it quiet, make it go away. And he's like, now that, these guys can't really hold anything over me now. He said, so I figured, I'll just see how people act about it, how people react to me saying it. And
everybody went, yeah, all right.
And he said, now, he did say all the sexual relationships that he had with men were born or sparked when he was smoking crack. So I think that's his way of saying, like, sober Charlie is into chicks.
That's like prison sex.
But when you need drugs, you'll do a lot of stuff for the guy that's got the drugs, is what he's saying. Oh, man. So, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I haven't seen the documentary yet, but he's making the rounds, man. He's talking about his
He's such a remarkably good actor.
Sober since 2017.
I don't believe that for a second.
Well, that's what he says.
I know he can say that, but I just saw him get interviewed. He might not have been clean for 24 hours, but
really?
No, I say it. I just don't trust junkies. I've known my fair share, and dude, I just don't trust. Right? I just.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, he is still a junkie, but he says since 2017 he's been able to stay sober. I don't really know.
And the documentary does portray him kind of coming back around, but that dude's got the Johnny Cash devil inside. That given any opportunity, the devil will come back.
Yeah. Well, the stuff about dudes is what it is. Yeah. That's your thing.
I hope that didn't ruin his life. I hope, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I know you.
I could understand being Charlie Sheen and have dudes like say, "Hey, man, if you don't give me this, I'm gonna talk."
Yeah, it's too bad too, and to blow all that money on. It's just too bad. If the reason behind this act, if he's acting out because he was ashamed of his bisexual or homosexuality, what a tragic waste. Because just be gay. Why are you trying to kill yourself? Just live your life, man.
Priscilla Presley has a new book out.
I saw her yesterday on the Today Show.
How old does she look?
She looks like she's made entirely of claymation.
Okay.
She has been put together with Bondo and spray.
Because there was a time when I saw Priscilla Presley with Lisa Marie.
And she looked younger.
She looked younger than Lisa Marie.
She still looks fantastic for being got to be nearly 90. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. She's been around, but she doesn't look human.
She's
anymore.
80 years old
80
now.
Years old. She looks
fake.
Yeah, there's nothing about that up from the neck up that's real.
And in the most recent book, she talks about her decision to leave Elvis. She said, I never regretted my decision to leave Elvis, but I never ceased to mourn it. Elvis was the one true love of my life. He was the most beautiful, talented, loving human I've ever known.
I think I believe her.
I
believe her.
But I imagine Elvis would have been a tough guy to be married to.
It'd be tough to, also a tough one to get over. Your last husband was who? Elvis, you say.
That's true.
I think I'm out on this one.
Other revelations of the book, Priscilla Presley making the decision to take Lisa Marie off life support.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Like, just said that she took one look at her and knew she would never be the same. And he said, Doc, what kind of life will she have if we keep her on that machine? He looked at me with compassion and shook his head. No quality of life at all. She says, I thought about my girl, my wild, rebellious, passionate girl lying in a veggie state for the rest of her life. I said what I had to do. I said, take her off the machine, doctor, and that was that. Wow. She also talked about Lisa Marie marrying Michael Jackson because they were both wealthy and famous.
Yeah.
She apparently, like she said, her whole goal was to be with a man who was on the same level as she was. And she's like, it was never about love. She said, I don't believe that he ever loved her. And I don't know that she ever loved him. She described going to a dinner party at Lisa Marie's house, hoping to get to know Michael, where Jackson stayed as far away from me as possible, playing outside with the children. He later showed up at a tribute to Elvis in Memphis where they didn't speak. Those were the only 2 times I ever saw him. So she's met her son-in-law twice. They never spoke words. But she did say, I asked Lisa Marie if they had a physical relationship. Like so many people, I wasn't sure. And Lisa Marie told her that they did.
Really?
Yeah, they had a physical relationship. You
Go
know,
ahead, Michael.
another physical relationship that was had. Elvis called me once while I was in bed with Robert Kardashian.
Wait, what?
That's right. She said,
Man, them Kardashians get around.
Elvis would have gone ballistic, maybe literally, if he'd known Robert was in my bedroom.
So Robert Kardashian is 1 degree away from Elvis?
Yes, they're Eskimo Bros.
Brothers?
That's
wow.
right. That's right.
I continue to grow in my respect for Robert Kardashian.
Yeah. He called Priscilla 2 a.m, and he said it certainly never occurred to him that I might be asleep, much less with another man. After their chat, she said she slipped back under the covers. Neither man was none the wiser of the conversation. So
who was that? That was Elvis.
And then Kim Kardashian called Priscilla from the hospital in 2003 when Robert was dying, so they could have one last conversation.
Oh.
She said he was the kindest. He was the kindest of men. And I remember him with great affection. And then another thing that came out of this thing was, I don't know if you remember that Lisa Marie accused one of the I guess Priscilla's boyfriends of sexually abusing her.
No, I didn't know that.
And she says Lisa Marie never told her that. The time that he found out, or when she found out, was when Lisa Marie put it in her book.
Oh, wow.
So she didn't really have a chance to do anything about it. She said she always made me feel like I was a bad mom, and I didn't have a chance to be a mom. You know, so. So there you go. That's what's if you're wondering what's going on with Priscilla Presley.
I was curious.
She's got a new book that you can a tell-all book. You'll know everything you needed to know, or you thought you needed to know, about Priscilla Presley. But I also think now, even though Priscilla Presley probably looks, odd, if you had the chance to, would you?
Now?
Yep.
No.
Not even so you can be Eskimo Bros with Elvis and Robert Kardashian?
No.
That sucks.
No.
Because I
Would
like,
you?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, no. It's
Well,
like,
I mean,
like making them with a
I'm
red
happily
witch.
married, but I mean,
I'd have to be drunk.
I do think there is something to like being able to say, like, yeah, I was on her roster.
Yeah, it's a notch on my belt.
Yeah, like, I mean, if it good enough for Elvis, good enough for me. We don't have to get into details of when he had her and when I had her. Big
The
deal.
whole point is you did.
Elvis and I have a lot in common, including Eskimo Bros.
Eskimo Bros.
There's something to that, man. There's something to it. That's why, like,
I'll just listen to a record.
really?
I'm
All right.
not going to go there.
You're lost.
I saw the Game of Thrones, the Red Witch episode. That's all I needed.
I mean, that was kind of cool, though.
Take that crown off and
That
yikes.
was kind of cool.
Yikes. Lisa Marie, yikes.
Yeah, I remember her naked gun.
Yeek.
Which he
Nice beaver.
Oh, I bet it. I
Thank
bet
you. I
it's.
just had it stuffed.
I bet it's. I bet it could look rough like now, but I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge.
Well, the lights will be out anyway.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, she used to be really hot.
Yeah, what happened? What's going on down here?
Decades is what happened.
Oh, it happens to the
Half a
best of
century.
us, doesn't it? It happens to the best of us. All right, friends. We have one segment left in the entire show.
Yep.
And then it's over. And then tomorrow will be hump day, and we'll be on our downward slide. The week's even going by fast. We'll do that coming up next. We'll take a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Fall Golf Classic is sold out. This year's tournament spot. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet, a demanding workout, or everyday aches and pains, you need relief that can keep up when pain persists. Aleve is here for you with longer-lasting body pain relief compared to leading OTC-branded pain relievers. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
George Gets Justice. Back to school isn't just about school supplies and lunch boxes. It's about your child's safety, school zones, crosswalks, distracted drivers. If someone's carelessness leaves you needing help, you need to get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George and his team fight for families. You only pay if they win. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George Gets Justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
I don't know why the hell you're watering this week because we had plenty of rain.
Dude, it's my day.
Well, turn it off. You don't need to water today.
I'm not going to do that.
Well,
I don't have
can.
a fancy system like you.
You're not winning yard in a month anyway.
Last time I checked, this is the United States of America. Water my damn yard whenever I want.
Your HOA.
How about
No,
that?
actually, Saul says you can't.
Well, on my day, I can.
On your day.
It's my day, Minnick.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, good morning, everybody. What a day it's been. What a day.
Woo!
That's right. And we're almost done. Yeah. Oh, that nap today is going to hit. Oh.
The cold front comes tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
what's that mean?
Cooler.
It means high in the 90, like 90. Not 99, but we went down about 10 degrees. And the mornings will be colder.
Well, thank goodness. This morning was like getting punched in the face.
I know.
I long
sweating
for the,
and mute.
I long for the days when I can be like, ooh, I better put on a long sleeve shirt.
No, I'm all like, I need to go, like, where's my hoodie?
Yeah.
We're a little bit away from that.
Manuel says, hey, Axman, would you add Dolly Parton to your roster? 100%. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I think Rob probably would, too, with Dolly.
Dolly, of course.
Yeah, she still looks.
And she's a wonderful human being.
Cher, too.
Yeah. If I could turn back time.
What did I do?
What have you done? Yeah, Dolly for sure. Cher.
Cher, Madonna. All of them so far.
Madonna looks pretty crazy right now. And
she doesn't
Madonna
look like,
is
and I don't know that being on Madonna's roster is like
that's a long
big
list.
flex.
That's a long
She's
list.
been on my list for a long time.
But the problem would be like, hey, I had Madonna, and then dude, you tell it to her, be like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
I wouldn't turn it. I wouldn't. I'm not sure how actively I'd pursue, but I don't think I'd turn
But
it
it's one of
down.
those experiences.
Yeah.
If you're in the right place in the right time, yeah, I suppose.
That's what I'm saying.
You take a crack at it, I suppose. Hey, we didn't get to talk about Bruce Pearl today.
Well, it's not quite basketball season, but this is a huge.
This is kind of just a thing that happens now. Well, first of all, Bruce Pearl, I think, has political aspirations, and Auburn doesn't want to deal with that. First of all, secondly, he's going to remain with the program, doing some cush job in the front office, and this is what coaches now do. They wait till the last minute to say they're out, so they can pick who their succession is. And in this case, it's literally him handing a job to his son. Guys like at Houston, he's made it clear that Kellen Sampson said, I'll leave, or right now I'll stay.
Right.
If you promise me when I leave, my son takes over. This is more like we're not gonna have a discussion.
It feels that way. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I can tell you Steve's a good coach. Steve Pearl, he's certainly risen through the ranks. It certainly helps to have a father that is that successful. And the good news is when you make that kind of demand of Auburn, he's the greatest basketball coach in that school's history. Now, they've had some other ones over the years.
Not even
but
close.
It's not,
Auburn was the laughing stock of SEC basketball when he got there. They are now arguably the biggest power.
Right. So he gets to set the rules. So I don't really have a problem with it. But I do know this, and this is always the case. You never want to be the guy to replace the guy.
Even if it's your dad?
Even more so. Ask Shane Beamer.
Yeah.
It's it's such a difficult thing to begin to ask. So while it looks like Bruce, manufactured this and created this opportunity for his son, sometimes that's not the best thing for you. But I will say it certainly helps to have your dad as the closer when you're recruiting and doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
He is Mr. Auburn basketball, and the school is better for it. Maybe that's the least they could do for him is let the kid kind of carry things on, but it's going to be a tough road.
I mean, and I've got no idea if this kid can coach. I mean, he's never worked for anyone other than his dad.
Yeah, we've seen him in circles. I mean, obviously, this is a huge change, my God, especially for everybody that the Pearls now have brought in. I'll be curious to see what if there's any exit.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up then, Vic, the way we always do, Bubba.
All right.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, the last week of Major League Baseball. Here we go.
All the way downhill.
We go. Tampa's at Baltimore. Ryan Pepiot, Dean Kramer, the starting pitchers. Rays are minus 120. Tarek Skubal, big game today. Tarek Skubal for the Tigers. Gavin Williams for the Guardians. Tigers minus 160 on the road.
Oh, a Scoobly-doobly. Going to have to do it today.
He's got to break. If they can't win the Skubal games, they're dead anyway. Johan Oviedo and the Pirates taking on the now surging Cincinnati Reds. Brady Singer going for Cincinnati. They are minus 165. Edward Cabrera and the Marlins. They are at Philly taking on Christopher Sanchez. Phillies are minus 240. Shane Smith and the White Sox. Luis Gil goes for the Yankees. They're minus 230. Lucas Giolito and the Red Sox fighting for a playoff spot themselves. They're in Toronto taking on Kevin Gausman and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays minus 165. Brad Lord and Savior is at Atlanta taking on Hurston Waldrop. Hurston Waldrop and the Braves minus 195. David Peterson, rookie phenom for the Mets. They're in Chicago taking on Cade Horton and the Cubs minus 110 both ways. Zebby Matthews and the Minnesota Twins. Zebby goes for the Twins. It's Patrick Corbin Day for the Rangers. Yeah, this is probably
might be the last one.
Might be the last one, yeah. Rangers minus 135. Cole Reagans and the Royals are in Anaheim taking on Samuel Aldegari and the Angels. The Royals minus 165. Shohei Ohtani and the LA Dodgers minus 165 on the road taking on Brandon Pfaadt and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Seattle Mariners hosting the Colorado Rockies. I'm not seeing any announced pitchers here. But as of now, Seattle minus 285. Oh, boy. Might as well just give them the trophy. Bruce Zimmerman goes for the Brewers. Randy Vasquez for the Padres. That's a pick 'em both ways. Andre Payante and the Cardinals are at San Francisco taking on Logan Webb and the Giants. Giants minus 200. And finally, the nightcap. Christian Javier goes for the Houston Astros. Jeffrey Springs for the Sacramento A's, and it's a minus 110 pick'em.
So a little tiny ballpark, right?
You boy, Stros, you better show up. Y'all better, somebody better sacrifice
Do you really want them to
Jordan's
show up?
leg.
Are we really after this? Seriously?
You want to when you're on a run of making the playoffs every year, you want to keep doing it.
I just
keep
know how
it
this
alive.
is going to end. It's just going to end sooner than later, just whether you.
Probably so. It's probably not. It's not going to be a. It's not going to be a pretty thing
Don't
at
lose
the
to
end.
the A's in Sacramento.
Big hoops matchups today. Phoenix Mercury are at the Minnesota Lynx. Lynx are 7.5-point favorite, and the Fever.
Can we talk about the resurgent fever, the Caitlinless fever?
Oh, the Ace is 9-point favorites, but they're down. They're down right now, 1-0. Will they be able to stop?
It really is a good story.
Fever.
The Fever, in totality, it's a pretty good story.
No, I don't
they
like
should
it.
not be here.
I don't like that story. I'm team Aces all the way.
Oh, well, good for you.
Get it back.
Well, I mean,
girls.
the fact that no Caitlin, really no one other star that we can't even know her name.
Maybe
We don't even know her
Caitlin's not
name.
that good at sport.
Well, it is a very interesting end to the season that Caitlin's not here, yet the Fever are still here.
Look, they had her last year. Don't make the playoffs. Don't have her this year. Make the playoffs.
Did she win
Not
a
only make the
national
playoffs, win a
championship?
series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Man,
She didn't even win a national championship.
I know what a
Right?
loser. Well, this would be. They've already won one series without her. This would be their
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah,
Okay.
It really is one of the. It's a crazy story that we really aren't following because neither her or eyelashes is around either. So.
No, we only care about the girls that are actually
Yeah.
that aren't good at basketball. That's the only thing we're allowed to talk about. Girls that are actually good, boring. Just be like, we want cat claws, baby. That's what we're looking for. A couple NFL numbers you may want to be aware of. Seattle's at Arizona for Thursday night football. Arizona, I'm not sure what to make of them. Marvin Harrison Jr. sucks.
Needs some stickum is what he needs.
He's not good, and he hasn't been good. And like right now, if it's sort of the Arch Manning thing. If his name was Marvin Thompson Jr.,
yeah, he'd probably be cut. We know he's capable. I don't know what's going on in his brain. I mean, we've seen him play good football. The thing is, he's open. Just can't catch.
How about Minnesota -2.5 at Pittsburgh? Carson Wentz on the road.
I don't know, man.
Against the Steelers, you taking him?
Well, can they return 2 kicks for touchdown? Are we going to get that?
Maybe so.
If they do that, then I'm all in.
So. How about the Philadelphia Eagles 3-point road favorites at Tampa?
Yeah, I like that.
You like the Eagles?
Yeah. Tampa's been living dangerously.
So have the Eagles.
Well, yeah, but there's just more. There's just more in Philly.
Okay.
I don't think Baker's got enough to go 3 straight games of miracle close.
Okay. Yeah, I might hold out. It looks like you're going to get you might get a +3.5.
But that's one of the dogs I do like.
If I get a 3.5, I'm going to be on the Bucks +3.5.
I might be there, but that's a tough ask for a team that's kind of banged up.
Chargers are -6 at the Giants.
That's a road dog I like.
The New Orleans Saints catching 16.5 points.
It's the NFL. I can't
at
do
Buffalo.
this. 16.5 in the NFL.
Do you know the last time that the Saints were 16.5-point underdogs?
The paper bag. I can't imagine being that bad.
The quarterbacks were Arch Manning and Fran Tarkenton.
So, 60s, 70s. So, seriously, a 16.5-point dog. That's as big a line as I can remember.
And is anybody rushing to bet the Saints? I sure
out
would.
of general principle, you
normally
on Friday you go, well, okay, $10. My God.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you think the Saints can win the game, and you bet $10, you'd win 95.
Dude, just out of general principle, you got to throw that fishing line in the water, right?
$100. You bet on the Saints, you'd win 950 if they win. That's crazy.
Massive number, man.
Commanders at the Falcons. Falcons are 2.5-point home dogs.
Should be. They should be.
It's funny because remember the week before when the Falcons beat Minnesota, everybody's like, "Whoa, Falcons!" And then you get shut out by the Panthers. Now it's like, "Oh, you stink."
I actually had them on the road in a pick'em contest. I have no goodwill toward the Falcons. None. Nada.
This is the time when you want to bet these teams. When everybody thinks they stink, that's the best.
They do stink.
Well, but there's always an overreaction, Rob. How about this one? The Texans laying 7 points against the Tennessee Titans. There's no way I could bet on the Texans laying 7.
No way. But can I put any money on the Titans? I can't do that either.
I don't know about that either.
I can't do that either. But what happens if we get to 7.5?
I'd probably take the Titans plus 7.5.
7.5, I might talk to you.
How about what if we got to Cleveland +9 at Detroit? No?
I'll tell you.
9? Or you think the Lions are going to run roughshod on them?
No, it's the at Detroit. If they were going to Cleveland and playing on grass, I might be listening to you. But the speed kills that Detroit brings.
And the Lions are usually pretty good. Yeah. Goff is good indoors typically. Patriots -5.5 hosting the Panthers. Seems like a lot of points for a Patriots team that shows promise but hasn't shown to be good at sports yet.
Scored 30 points. Is that all they get for September, though?
I guess so. That's it. How about this? The undefeated Indianapolis Colts +3.5 at the Rams.
Prove me wrong.
I like the Rams. I think the Rams. I want to buy the Rams after that heartbreak loss. Oh yeah, I'm buying the Rams.
It's going to be, I don't know what the reaction is going to be to that Rams loss because I walk away thinking I'm better than they are.
Yeah.
So I don't know how hard I got to work this week. I just kind of stubbed my toe, but the Colts, that's going to be a party, man.
Ravens -2.5 at the Chiefs. And, of course, your Dallas Cowboys. 7-point home dogs to the Green Bay Packers. That does it for us, friends. Jason and Joe will take over the airwaves at 2 o'clock. We'll be back and do it all over again tomorrow.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck.
but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry. You called the right place.